to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Welcome to the Detroit Cast on a Thursday with Mike and Jay. Big E, of course, is here. McCard is here. How are you, my friend?
I'm really great. Happy to be here, Mike.
Are you?
It's a true pleasure.
That's good. How are you, E?
Oh, he's got to plug in shit here.
He didn't have headphones.
Good.
How was your guys' day? Jay, I got together with you, so I know sort of how your day is.
Yeah, we had a good time watching a movie today.
We sure did.
Watched Cadogs Say Cheese, which we'll save for a day when Cadog's here.
Yeah.
We don't want to talk behind the young man's back.
We don't? We can say
we never do that to anyone.
Cadog cried on film.
He did.
That's all we're going to say.
He wept.
Yeah, I mean, tears streaming
Oh, yeah.
down the cheeks.
Good shit.
Yeah, very, very good. It's shot well.
Shot very well.
People will recognize some landmarks.
Yep. Royal Oak for sure.
The train tracks and whatnot. But yeah, as you said, we'll wait for Cadog.
For true analysis.
Yeah.
Until Cadog's back.
Yeah. Dare I say a big show on a Thursday? God, this week's kind of cooking by, isn't it?
Sure is.
Got a lot to get to. We got a what?
Just pointless banter. He always identifies it with just ridiculous laughter. Like, this is ridiculous. He just wants to scream.
The week's still kicking.
It is.
That's right.
I had this moment, dude, last Saturday when I was working at the dealership. Where I'm working, and Saturday I'm there like 8 a.m, and I'm hauling trash out, and we're working on the dealership. We got this construction, going on it. So some dumb.
He's getting old. He's about to retell a story. Go ahead,
I don't get it. Some dumb.
He is
construction dude.
Yeah.
Is sitting there, and I got these 2 bags. He's like,
asked you, how you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude,
What did you say?
I just did what
he said
everybody.
the same thing he said last time he told the story.
Did what everybody has to say, right? Just good. And he just, and then I moved to the trash. And it just it's like, I wanted it so bad. Be like, dude, it's like fucking 8 a.m. on Saturday. I'm 31 years old. I'm hauling trash to the fucking thing here when I'm working in an auto dealership. How do you think,
am I imagining that he told this story?
Oh, no. He absolutely told this story.
This story's never been told before.
Here's the problem with this. Here's the problem with this
exact
line.
story has never been told.
Oh,
before.
It was stand up.
Yeah,
that's what I'm remembering.
But not this exact.
He did it. Yes, I watched part of his stand up on Facebook.
So did I, but I swear he told this story.
Not this exact same story, because this only happened Saturday.
Okay.
Here's
the problem.
Commented on it.
I know you do this every time you perceive small talk is taking place, but you have to recognize there's a difference between some asshole you don't know walking by you going, "How you doing?" and it's just that gratuitous thing. The difference between that and here, where I'm usually fishing for something as a lead into like what happened in your day, it doesn't do anyone any good to just go, "Good." Like, we're doing a talk show here. If I say, how was your day? I'm hoping you're going to go, dude, you're not going to believe what happened to me. You're not going to believe what happened to me today. I blew TCG 4 times in 1 hour. Like, that's the point. I don't really give a shit how your day was. It's just kind of fishing for something.
I know, but then you're like, oh, the week's sure kicking along, and Jay just goes, it sure is, and then you're just like, well, on the show today.
See, I failed. That was my failure.
What was your failure?
My failure was not coming up with something witty or fun or interesting.
I felt like
you threw that out there, and I just
I feel like I'm getting too quickly at the 2-minute mark of the show start into, dare I say, a big show. I like the little small talk we have where I'm just waiting. One of these days it's going to happen.
Banter, where one of the two of us, me or he, has something that we deem interesting.
Or myself, I'm guilty of it too. Because
my problem is I do shit all day, but I don't deem it interesting to anybody. So I'm not going to sit there and like, well, I did. You don't want to hear how I took Sweet Pie to gymnastics and then I went to Manny's
Sweet
soccer.
Pie's adorable.
She's as cute as a button, isn't she?
Yeah, she really is. She's too cute, actually.
I know, you're right. I get what you're saying. It's just, I don't know why I can't hold back even when it's here, that it's just, I don't know. I get you have to do it. You're right.
What did you do today, E? What did your day consist
I
of?
don't want to go through my day.
No, I
No,
kind
I
of
think we
do.
should.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not going through
Hey,
my day.
you
I'm not
started
gonna.
this.
I'm not gonna.
Can't do it. Won't do it.
I'm not going to
Not
go through my
gonna.
daily activities. But
Why? It's part of being on a talk show. Come on. What did you do?
Because
He's embarrassed about something.
Oh, he sure is.
Dangy.
What did you? Who did
Where
you?
was the
do?
glory hole?
It has
Where was the
nothing to do
hole?
with that.
Where did you put Nana?
What did you do to her, you son of a
Not-
bitch?
What Nana?
I don't know what you did to her, but you
I
clearly
have
did.
not seen your Nana this happy in years.
What'd you do to her? She's happy.
She wouldn't stop groaning, so I
Nothing.
turned
I'm
her
not-
cart around and faced the wall, and I'll fix it when I get home. You just sit here and think about it, Nana. Pipe down over there. I'm trying to watch TV. Homer is talking.
You know, just to be clear, when I'm upstairs watching TV, I very rarely am watching The Simpsons because if I'm watching The Simpsons, I'm usually watching it on DVDs in the basement.
Okay.
So just, especially now that I have Netflix, but
Thanks for that.
Wow, that's the single most boring sentence I ever heard.
little factoid of his life.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that, man?
No. I'm contraire, mon frere. That means I'm usually upstairs watching TV. If I'm watching The Simpsons, it's on DVD.
So you're
Thanks.
just watching stories with Nana upstairs?
Well, I actually did have to do a little more Nana sitting today just because my mom is in kind of a sick situation.
Oh,
She's
no.
got explosive diarrhea, doesn't she? She's had
No,
explosive diarrhea for a few days.
no.
What's
and so
wrong
you're on
with her?
Nana duty.
She's just the flu. God, I just had
Thoughts
a,
and prayers.
dude, I just had
and
a
all that
fucking
shit.
major deja vu moment right there. Like I felt like I just had that exact same
Oh,
conversation.
we had that too when you started the story about the trash guy.
No,
Yeah.
but that wasn't the same story though. That I'm talking like I said the word for word what I just said. I did not say word for word because that story never happened until Saturday.
No, it is the stand-up portion that I saw. That's exactly
that's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
But
So you were on Nana babysitting duty. You sure she wasn't babysitting you?
Do you use the wet wipes? Did you use Dr. Tommy's
when
advice?
when I watch her, she goes to the bathroom. I just make sure she doesn't fall down. That's it.
What if she
I'm not
comes?
getting any more into it, dude.
What if
I'm
she
not
says-
talking about it anymore? So
Fine, but what if she just goes? You're downstairs. You're watching your DVDs, and you just hear.
Eric, I had an accident. Eric, I had an accident.
Or what if you just see her walk by with poop down the side of her house coat? What then?
I have a feeling it's.
You know mom is sick. Why would you? She'll be home in a couple hours. Just Jesus Christ, just sit in it. You made the mess. You deal with it.
I am not getting into this.
Have you ever rubbed her nose in it? No.
Jay, that is you fucking asshole.
I wouldn't put it past him. I think that's a fair question.
No, I have not done that.
So how did it go? Did you guys have lunch? Watch TV? What was the?
Mostly just sitting in the kitchen in the living room while she's on the couch and making sure she's okay.
Watching
about-
TV.
Yes,
Dining room couch or living room couch?
living room. That's it though. I'm not saying anymore.
What can I just ask what you guys watched? Was it something she chose or something?
sometimes I mean
you
I'll
made
do
her
work.
watch?
I'll do stuff on my computer where I'm trying to like work with stuff. But
Yeah.
I mean, if I really the only time I turn on the actual TV when I'm watching is when I eat a meal. Then I'll turn on the TV. The rest of it I'll just put on whatever for her, and then I'll just sit there go dive into my computer.
Did you say you spoke with her in the living room? Just chatted? Is that what you said?
I didn't.
What'd you chat
What did I
about?
say? I didn't say that.
I thought you did.
No,
I thought I heard that too.
I did not say that.
Pretty sure I heard that.
Well, whatever. I'm not getting okay. That's enough. I'm done. We can move on. I didn't really want to talk about this.
All right, fine. Not gonna. Won't do it. Tell you exactly what. No. Me and my Nana talked about if she were still alive. God rest her soul. Anyway, lot to get to today. We got a kid who's in some trouble, gotten some shit. He was fucking with mom's rent money. Not good. We got some penguins to discuss. We got an MMA fighter to discuss. We wanted to call back the mustache mom. The mom of that we talked to a while
The
ago.
asshole in San Francisco in the bicycle gang.
Yeah.
What was the gang called again?
I knew you were going to ask.
Something limit.
It's Critical Mass.
Critical Mass.
Critical Mass is the terrorist bike group.
Yeah, they're against the use of oil. I guess they're pissed about everybody driving around in cars, so they get in people's ways.
Yeah, kind of a mess, and we'll explain later before we should dial her back. We had fun with her, and last time we talked to her, her kid was in jail, so We got to get an update from her, see if he's out and whatnot. High school dances. We'll give you we got a story about that. Online dating. Ben Carson. Is your dad still on the Ben Carson train?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's his guy.
Yep.
So the Muslim comments didn't knock Bill off. He's whatever. Yeah.
He's loved Carson for 2 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Ben Carson has gotten in some trouble. He was talking about the Oregon shooting the other day, and he basically made some comments, and then he tried to clarify what he meant this morning. He was on CBS's morning show, and people are saying, hey, he just dug himself a deeper hole. But, he basically was saying the other day, the shooter can only shoot one person at a time. He can't shoot a whole group of people. So the idea is to overwhelm him so that not everybody gets killed.
Can't shoot a whole group of people.
Yeah.
A semi-auto AR.
Yeah.
Stand in a corner and mow down a group of people.
Yeah.
It's
I think he's
stupid.
It sounds like he didn't know a lot of the details, because the host asked him, well, you familiar with Chris Mintz? And he was like, no. Chris Mintz is the Army guy.
Hero guy who got shot 7 times, right?
Exactly. Upon learning of that, he said, well, that verifies what I'm saying. That's exactly what should be done. And if everybody does that, the likelihood of him being able to kill as many people diminishes quite significantly. Yesterday, he was on Fox and Friends, and he said, if I came face to face with the gunman, he wouldn't just stand there and let him shoot me. I would say, hey, guys, everybody attack him. He may shoot me, but he can't get us all. And so
those are pretty absurd comments.
Yeah, they are.
Dude, you don't know what you do. 99% of us would probably freeze in fear.
Yeah.
Just absolute terror.
Mm-hmm.
And not know how to react, at least for a moment, to sit there and go, let's organize, gentlemen. Let's get him.
Yeah.
As he's just plugging people away.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, Ben.
It would be really hard to do. And I kind of know what he's saying, but people are trying to make this like he's saying the victims were somehow pussies.
Yeah.
And I think that's a real stretch.
Didn't Mark Wahlberg say something like that about the 9/11? The plane, the people on the plane, the passengers. Didn't he say something like, oh, it's a no-brainer. Why wouldn't you rush the guys and kill them? And why didn't more of the planes go down like the one in Pennsylvania?
Mm-hmm.
Why were people frozen in fear? Am I remembering that?
Yeah, he said, if I was on the plane with my kids, it wouldn't have went down like it did. There would have been a lot of blood in that first class cabin than me saying, okay, we're going to find somewhere to land safely. Don't worry.
Bro, really?
Marky Mark, man.
Really, yeah. Marky Mark.
We've talked about this before.
You and what funky bunch?
What? Jesus Christ.
But there's no doubt pre 9/11 there was a protocol of how to deal with that, and it was do as they say and let's get this bird on the ground. That was just the way it was. And if you remember, the plane that went down in Pennsylvania only went down in Pennsylvania because the other planes had already gone into buildings in the Pentagon, and they were starting to get word from the ground through
you might
phone,
as well do something.
Do something, because this plane is not, they're not hijacking this for money. They're not hijacking this for political power. They are going to drive this thing into a building. So that's what you need to know. And that's why they orchestrated the way they did. And if you know those facts, you would absolutely do that. Who wouldn't organize and go, okay, what do we got to do, man? Let's bum rush them. What do we have to lose? Like that's a no-brainer. So it's very easy with hindsight to go, oh yeah, here's what you do.
Yeah. Well, same with Carson's comment. Because it's easy with hindsight to go, well, he mowed down 10 people. Those 10 should have banded together and rushed him. Maybe he only would have got 3 of you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird world. Although if a gunman comes into a school, I think people would start thinking, okay, this guy is here for carnage.
Yeah.
Like that's just what we've seen time and time again, is that's what they're going for, is body count. And so at that point, I don't know if you react different. Maybe you do starting now versus.
Well, it's got to, my point is it's got to be so shocking to you, so surreal.
Yeah.
You're sitting there, dude, you're just in class, and all of a sudden there's a guy. What?
Yeah.
What was that noise? It would take a moment to even register, let alone to like organize. Come on, guys, let's get him. Why would Carson say this shit anyway? Like, what are you getting out of proposing that this could have ended differently had people acted? Why would you even go there?
I don't know. Is it a way to kind of put himself in a hero's role? You think, where it's like, well, if I was there, he might take me.
He's a humble dude, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what
Just
the
a
point
gaff.
is.
It's just a dumb thing. They talk a lot. They talk a lot on camera. They talk a lot on radio, and you're bound to fuck something up, righty?
Exactly.
That's true.
That's right, Jay.
Bound to make one mistake here or there.
You know.
And you wonder if someone busted down those stairs right now with an automatic, what do you think 4 on 1
leg sweep, elbow
obviously.
to the neck. You know what I would do.
Really?
Right.
What a bullshit.
I mean, or do you think immediately about Gab, my kids, and you go, E's
Preserve,
closest to the gun, let him, we'll
Dive
give him
under
E.
the table.
We'll give him E, and then we hightail it while he's just, turning E into mincemeat.
Yeah.
We just hightail it up the sliding glass, and we're gone.
Where are you? What world are you living that you're able to hightail it out the sliding glass?
Well, dude, it's going to take a while to put as many bullets as I hope he puts in you. So,
well, the point is there's a million variables. So why would Carson even go here and suggest that something different could have happened?
Yeah.
Like, what is the gain? What's the end game here?
And who are you talking? One of the victims is a 59-year-old woman. What do you expect? She's supposed to be here. The idea that if that happened in an army barracks, you would expect that those guys wouldn't take shit. They wouldn't just wait for
they wouldn't be as shocked by the sound of gunfire,
right?
And they'd
true.
probably react a few seconds earlier than normal citizenry,
right? But you're right. People sitting in a classroom, just trying to get through this
one of
lecture.
the last things you'd expect.
Totally, yeah. Ben Carson, Trump came to his defense this morning, was tweeting out, Ben Carson was speaking in general terms as to what he would do if confronted with a gunman and was not criticizing the victims. Not fair. It's not fair.
Trump.
Carson said what he was trying to do was plant in people's minds what to do in a situation like this, because unfortunately, it's probably not going to be the last time we see this happen. He did not apologize for the tone of his comments. That I have respect for. Rather, he blames society for creating an environment that is non-conducive to problem solving. We live in a culture now where people decide that everything you say, we need to set up little battle lines. We need to get on this side of it or that side of it. It's sort of an immature attitude, but it's something that seems to be rampant in America today. We're living in a culture now where you have a group of people who just sit there. They don't try to listen to what you're saying. They're just trying to find a defect so that they can cause more division.
Well, I agree with that. People are picking apart parsing every word and trying to figure out political gain.
Yeah.
But again, I don't see why
what the
you
possible
went there.
positive is. I actually believe the American people are smarter than that, and they're not going to allow themselves to be manipulated as much as they have been in the past. I believe they're waking up, and I believe that's where he's really off base. I don't think that's the case at all. I do not think people are waking up or are smarter than that. But yeah, you're right though. The more you say that, what is the possible gain from something like that? I don't know if it'll hurt him, but I don't know what the gain is.
He'll be all right. There's a lot of time left.
Yeah.
Plus, Bill's got his back, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bill? Oh, your dad.
Yeah.
I was like, Bill Clinton? Who?
Oh, wow. Never
yeah.
mind then.
Yeah. Don't worry,
Be
Ben.
at ease, everybody.
Actually, that does. If you know Bill, I've often said first ballot Hall of Famer. As far as a dad goes, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. And if Bill's got his back, I'm inclined, even though I don't know that much about Ben Carson, to go,
Got to give
he's
this
okay
guy a
in Bill's
look.
book.
Seriously.
Yeah, he's okay in my book, I guess.
Give him a look.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a level of respect, but it's true. Now, Jim Carrey has taken a lot of shit the last few days.
Yeah, have we talked about this at all? I know.
Yeah,
I know
one
we
day.
printed several
Mildly,
stories.
I believe. I
Yeah.
think we brought it up. We didn't really delve
The
into it.
fact that his ex-girlfriend. Yeah, we did. We talked about it and how
dumb her name was.
Well, on some level, if it were Mike would be kind of proud of the idea that.
Oh yeah, we did because
Forgot about
Mike would be okay with it.
Well, it'd be kind of a badge of honor. Well, she's so
Well,
heartbroken.
Well,
I just couldn't live without this.
I wasn't saying I would wish it on anybody. I was just saying,
can live with.
can we be honest to say that you wouldn't, at least a small, tiny sliver of you wouldn't wake up and go, well,
Must have been that.
just
good.
the thought of not being with me any longer, and look what happened. Must be pretty awesome to be with me if that's the result of not being with me.
Yeah, if I were him, he should have a lot of confidence going forward in relationships due to that. Well,
Yeah.
your ex-husband, your ex, blah blah blah. Well, mine killed herself
Yeah.
because of me.
You should think about that. If you're thinking about leaving me, just so you know, the last person that did that, well,
They couldn't handle it.
they couldn't handle breaking up with me.
What a stupid turtleneck.
Cathriona White is her name. And we found out the other day that she had overdosed, they think, on pills. And those pills were his. They were all under an alias that he uses. And I think there were some painkillers.
Do we know what the alias is?
No, they haven't said what the alias was. But it sounds like now they're saying TMZ is releasing this like piece by piece every day. They keep digging and digging. And they're saying Bridget Sweetman is, I think, her mom. And she got a message from her 9 days before she killed herself last month. And it was on her 30th birthday. And her mom was telling her what a failure she was.
Nice.
Yeah. On her 30th birthday. How about that? Nice. She killed herself soon afterwards on the 3rd anniversary of her father's death. I would say it had probably more to do with the anniversary of her father's death, maybe.
Could have been, yeah.
Police investigating the death reportedly revealed the existence of the message. They also discovered that she tried to kill herself once before in 2012. The original attempt came not long after her dad died from a brain cancer. Her stepmom is thought to be in the United States with her sister, Lisa, in hopes of recovering her body. And then it came out yesterday that she's also married.
Huh?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. And that her body's already been given to her husband.
Oh.
Yeah. It sounds like she married this guy, Mark Burton, a cameraman, and she eventually went back to Carrie and was going to divorce this guy, but they hadn't done that yet. And so they're trying to work things out now. And like with the mom and the actual husband.
Well, that could be a good situation for, like, you want to talk about some good news. That could be good news for this husband. You know, now no messy divorce. He doesn't have to give half his money up.
Yeah.
Cathriona.
I mean,
Cathriona White.
For Jim and for him, it might be a good situation.
And he's a Scientologist.
Yeah. So is she.
Jesus.
Which you know how they
Carrey
feel
as well. Jim Carrey.
I don't think so. I don't think so. But she is, and this is the sad thing about that is, you know how they are about therapy. They think that Scientology, that's like the devil is therapy, like dealing with a therapist. And so when you've got someone that's got suicidal tendencies or is having suicidal thoughts, they really should be seeing some psychologists and doctors, and that goes against everything. So Scientologists believe you need just purification. You need some vitamin C, and they'll give you an IV with some vitamin this and vitamin that, but the last thing they want you to do is go to a doctor and talk to someone.
Yeah, who might go, Scientologist, really?
Yeah,
dude?
maybe.
Seriously.
And so here you've got this woman who's, you know, clearly, at least since 2012, if this is her second and her successful attempt at killing herself, she clearly needed help that she wasn't getting. Anyway, so
Mike,
lastly, there were lots of suicide notes left, including one addressed to Mr. Carey.
Oh, like leaving them to individuals? Wow.
I guess. I don't know if it's on like sticky notes on the fridge or something. I don't know.
What do you do with that letter? I mean, you have to keep it for some level of time? Or just chuck it?
I don't think you frame it and put it up in the living room, but yeah, I think you hang on to it.
Does it go in his documents?
That's a good question. What do you do with a suicide note?
Especially if there was several. If there wasn't just the one, usually it's just the one.
Let me ask you this. Do you try to obtain all of them so you have the whole set?
Well, they're not going to be worth as much if you don't have the whole set.
That's right.
Yeah.
You've got one of the 5 suicide notes. Really? Come on. Go get the other 4. Make it a full set.
Depends how detailed the suicide note is. If it's just really repetitive, she's kind of saying the same thing,
just
but with
throw in Jim.
Yeah, obviously, if you can get your hands on the Jim Carrey one, clearly that holds the most value, I would think, right?
You think she copy and pasted shit in and then just like wrote a name at the top?
Life is getting tough, this and that, Jim. And then the other one, what was the other name? Like Mark.
Has
my dear husband.
Has blanks in it. Just fills them in. I'm going to miss you, blank. I don't know. You never know. Hey.
No, but I just wonder what he would do with it. And like I said, it's one thing to me when it's the one. A lot of times people but if she wrote 5 to different, one to the husband, one to a stepmom, what does Jim Carrey do with that letter?
Huh.
I think you have to hang on to it, dude. I find it hard to throw birthday cards out.
I keep all my birthday cards.
You tool bags. Are you kidding me?
From like my Nana and stuff? from when I was a kid. Like I just have them in like a
I've kept them all
shoebox.
since like high school. I think.
Dude, if you have kids, that's when you keep that shit. When they make you stuff. You guys, you shouldn't be keeping dumb freaking birthday cards from your mom
Most
and dad.
Christmas ones straight to the garbage. I don't even think I open them. Those just go straight into the toilet. But birthday cards, it depends what's written in it. If it's just like happy birthday,
Yeah.
I keep every card
John.
I've gotten.
dude.
Christmas,
Pitch.
birthday.
But
Do you
Easter.
guys you write shit in cards, right? If you get somebody a card, you'll write a
We
note.
talked
in it.
yeah,
about this already.
absolutely.
Have we talked about this? Because I have not, I don't think, referenced how bad my in-laws are in terms of
You
cards.
have.
You have mentioned it.
Just straight up. Like,
yeah.
hey, happy birthday. You open it up, happy birthday, signed Marge and Paul. Just
Yeah.
signed by one of them. Like,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Like I was always taught you have to put something in there.
Yeah. And I feel the pressure of that. Do you feel the pressure when you have to write something
I
on
feel
there?
it because I always try to be funny. I never do anything really
Yeah.
serious. So I always have to, like, if the times I do write stuff, that's when I feel pressure. Because I always feel like I should write something witty.
I sometimes go serious, sometimes I go humorous, but I always feel like if someone's hanging on to these, they might find the same jokes, the same references. I mean, there's only so many ways you can say,
Yeah.
I love you,
But
I like you, you're awesome. There's only
Right.
so many ways you can uniquely say that.
Anniversary cards. I wonder if Gab has ever gone back and compared.
Ugh.
Would there
Oh.
be some repetitiveness in there?
I not,
don't
not
guarantee there is.
intentionally.
I mean,
but
a lot of I love you, a lot
Yeah.
of you make my
Yeah,
whatever
very-
complete.
I mean, can-
complete me.
Do you do the
Yeah,
like,
man, hello.
do you have any that are like, since the day I met you?
I knew
Or-
right away.
I knew right away. Yeah, like, dude, because
No,
I
but
see
every day is
you
better,
try to write
better than the
something-
next.
You try to write something nice, but you wonder like if she really compared like all 18 of them.
yeah.
Huh.
I and here's why I noticed this, because I've
I want to know
noticed
now.
that Beth's mantle,
Well, here's the question: does she keep them?
That's a good question too.
she probably does. I bet Gab
She keeps
does.
her dress.
Yeah,
Beth-
she has her wedding dress.
Beth has a mantle at home, and it's just kind of off, in a wall.
sure.
And it's just kind of out of
is that where it
sight.
is?
It's not, but it's not like in the living room. It's just kind of off. So it's not like too in your face. But I notice it's just starting to stack up with cards,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, I'm noticing some of mine in there, and it's like,
They're just
oh,
there.
Man.
Oh boy.
Oh god,
They don't really measure up to the other ones.
Well,
Have you
no,
checked-
no.
Have you checked the other ones?
I have not checked the other ones. I have no interest in checking the other ones, but I'm worried that mine are going to be like, oh my god, did I say that last year?
Oh.
How much of that? Because I'm not plagiarizing myself.
Well, now
I
you can
swear
go
to
back
God,
and
I'm
check,
not.
though.
But I don't know if you guys tend to do this. I only buy ebony cards. Have I told you guys that?
Yes, I knew that.
Yeah, I only buy from the ebony
I don't
card
know.
section. It's a really small
Yeah.
section, but
I
that's
buy,
where
I
you
buy
get
from
the
Happy Birthday Grandmas.
yeah.
Yeah. Or happy birthday blank, right?
I stick with those, and I can show you some of those examples
Yeah.
of to my boo, and shit like that. It's just they just are worded cooler.
Uh-huh.
They're usually in maroon and browns. So Beth's got a few of those on her wall.
Some nice earth tones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. These are the kind of cards you would see from me.
What?
Holy nights.
Yeah, with Black
African
Jesus.
American.
Absolutely.
You buy Black Jesus cards?
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, absolutely. I should bring them over here one day. I won't let you guys read the insides,
Oh, come on.
but yeah.
Show another one. Show another one.
Is that disrespectful? I've never thought about it, but if I buy strictly from the ebony collection, is
No.
that
Uh-uh.
okay?
Nothing wrong with that.
These are more religious in tone. Mine are more like, yeah, baby, you know what's going on.
I didn't even know there was such a thing, by the way. When you were talking about the
Oh,
ebony
dude.
cards, I didn't know what you were talking about. I don't know.
I had a strict policy for years of only buying Hanukkah cards at Christmas. I went through that phase.
Yeah.
I went through the phase of buying like those. It's your first birthday or your third birthday, fourth, and then just adding like a 0 or a
Mhm.
number to them.
Done that.
Yeah.
The Happy Birthday Grandmas really work, though. You should try those.
Nanas. How do you,
Check them out. It's a whole section. Happy Birthday Grandma.
for someone other than grandma?
Yeah,
though?
you just cross it out right in their name.
I've done tons of the cross out. I love the cross
Uh-huh.
out. It's my favorite thing to
You
do.
got to make it your own.
Yeah. We should bring in a series of cards from each of us and go throw them at some point.
Here's the bullshit piece of the card thing, though, is just the price of
It's so ridiculous, dude.
$4.99 and shit. I mean, can we be done with that?
Because what's the
Just drop the whole freaking card thing, man.
Well, what's
take
the
a Sharpie and write on the top on
a
whatever
paper.
wrapping paper. Don't even use wrapping paper. Use newspaper, whatever.
You are right about that. What would be the difference between us just taking one of these papers we have lying around here and saying
brutal.
Make a nice message, like you said, write something.
Our society has told us we need to have a card. I don't know.
Yeah.
Where the hell they came from or why it's still here, but it's bullshit. It's a racket. You don't need a card.
I don't like cards personally. Like getting them, receiving them, giving them. I always feel awkward about them, and it does feel like a racket. But I have noticed in card racks now, you're seeing a lot of dollar recycled cards. Now they haven't evolved to the point where you're getting, you're not going to find Snoopy on a dollar recycled. You're not going to get.
Oh, you mean $1?
Chuck Brown.
It's priced at $1.
Yeah, it's priced at $1, but they're usually flimsy, rather generic. Just kind of like open it up, happy birthday.
All right.
But it still gives you plenty of space to write something, but you're not going to get, the high gloss matte. You're not going to get
the song.
The song. No, you're definitely not going to receive the song. You're not going to get
if you're
a
having
nice
to buy
joke, a 2-part joke that starts on the front, ends in the back.
Yeah,
it's
or
really
one of
just
those
going to
ones
be
that has plastic, sheer plastic around that you have to take off because it's so delicate. Like, what am I doing, man?
And the thing is, and you're right though, and that's even more. That's going to be $5.99, and we're told that that's better. Like it shows that you care more because you.
It's total bullshit, man.
Yeah, it is a racket.
Hey, we got to tell you about the Amazon link.
Amazon. There has never been a company quite like Amazon.
There really hasn't. Hey, everybody, please use
that
our Amazon link.
drop, by the way, sounded clipped. I'm just saying.
Amazon.
Well, you know who put it in here.
There was something right at the dude. That was as close to the. I'll play you the real audio, and that was as close. No, it is close.
Amazon.
It's
Amazon.
He says something right at. I let you guys listen to it. You could have not.
There has never been a company quite like Amazon.
There is very little Amazon doesn't have.
That's the truth.
That's true.
Please.
Those other two sound great.
Okay, I know dude. You're right. It is, and it was based on how the guy said it. I could have.
Amazon.
I know.
Please use our Amazon link. You'll find it on our website, DetroitCast.com, and it's the perfect way to support our show. You shop Amazon by entering through the link, and Amazon pays a DetroitCast based on purchases made. You don't have to pay higher prices, and the show gets a small donation with every item you buy. So please click on the Amazon link and help support the show.
My question is, do they have enough stuff? Are you going to find?
There is very little Amazon doesn't have.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. I didn't know that. That's what I was wondering. E, are you still maintaining your
virginity?
Female virginity.
It was like a Mad Lib. I just had to.
I know. Nice. I'm still looking to lose it. I'm
now,
if anyone wants it, I'll be willing to give it up.
Anyone.
Any female wants my virginity, I'm willing to give it up.
Do you have an active online dating profile still?
Not really. No, actually, no.
Oh, did TCG make you take it down? Is that the problem?
No, it's not that. I've kind of fallen off the Tinder thing, and then I used to be on POF for a while, and I haven't been on that in probably 6 months, 8 months, maybe.
Why?
It just seemed like it wasn't really going anywhere, so I just.
You want to know why it wasn't going anywhere?
Sure.
Well, if you're not getting much action on your online dating profile of late,
I think I can. Okay.
You might have to go back to school for some lessons in basic English.
Well, of course, dude. You could have told me this.
Research by the Wall Street Journal revealed that bad grammar is the single biggest turnoff for online daters. Messages such as, "Hey, how are you?" just with an R and a U question mark.
I don't do that stuff. I mean,
do you want to meet up instead of want to?
Too much time in the math room and not enough time learning the English language.
They say that may be turning off chicks more than anything. The study looks at cases of singles who had rejected potential dates, not due to boring interests or dodgy profile pictures, but because of incorrect spelling or punctuation. One online dater, Jeff Cohen, had arranged to meet a chick he met on OkCupid, but stopped in his tracks when he reread her message and discovered this error. "I will see you there, THEIR." And he just went, "Yeah, I got to cancel this date."
I would think that might be attractive for a dude to read how stupid a chick was.
That's the funny thing. I was thinking,
that's the rarity. I think when it goes like guys,
it's almost the other way around. You're right. Because Jay's right, dude. I think a guy would read that like, Okay, this chick probably isn't that smart.
Right.
You know, like probably more easy pickings.
Now this guy uses a specialized app called The Grade. I've never heard of The Grade, which gives people sending messages a grade from A+ to F based on their punctuality and spelling.
Punctuality.
Yeah.
Like a time?
Yeah, not punctuality. Well,
Right. Because
is
it based on how timely
how
you're
punctual you are.
how timely you're sending the message back?
A Match.com study found that a huge majority of women think that good grammar is essential. Of the 5,000 single women who responded, 96% rated good grammar over the confidence of their future partner and even the condition of their teeth.
Oh my God.
That seems so stupid to me. Look, I get it. I'm not saying I understand that probably people can see that maybe as an overall educational thing or various reasons why they would see it. But like to put it over teeth and like confidence of
look who's arguing.
I know.
Got the guy with the best grill out here and the worst punctuation.
Right. I'm in the worst situation here.
Another analysis by Grammarly revealed that a man with 2 spelling mistakes in his online profile was 14% less likely to receive positive response.
That doesn't shock me though, from what I've heard. That really does.
So what have you done about that? If
Nothing.
we looked at yours, does yours look good? Do you think it's proper?
No, probably not.
We're talking about a dude who spelled Wednesday. What was it? Wednesday Daisy last night?
Yeah.
My God.
You know what, dude? I'm not worried about it. I thought, dude, you guys have really, really not hit on the fact that
you're off the market now. I know.
No, that's not what it is.
No, there's way deeper issues.
There's
if we're
nothing.
going to blame it on punctuation, come on, look at that dude.
Yeah.
Smell the dude.
Well, it's not just that. Well, fine, but it's not just that. I'm not
listen to him.
I'm not going through this thing, and these chicks that would be worried about 5 misspellings in my thing, they wouldn't know the smell J and the shit at that point. They would just know my 5 misspellings.
Yeah, and they'd never get to that.
Fine.
They look at that and go, retard.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
dude, there's so much going against you.
Okay.
Why not make it even
because I'm not going to. I'm not doing that shit. Fine. I am not. I've said this several times. I'm not worried to fucking die alone. I'm not sitting here changing shit like that.
Why were you on Tinder? So you could meet like the love of your life? No,
God,
you wanted to
no.
get laid.
God, no.
Don't you want to get laid again?
Okay, maybe I would do it for my Tinder just to get hook up. But as far as a dating profile,
why are you getting so defensive and so mad?
I'm not. As far as a dating profile,
mad.
You are getting
very angry, defensive.
As far as setting up a dating profile, as far as meeting someone, I don't give a shit if someone doesn't like that I misspelled words 5 times. Fuck them then.
Well, can you put it past them though? I wouldn't. I would think.
Care.
I would think a chick would have to be a moron to look at someone's profile with a bunch of grammatical errors and go, "That's the one."
Well,
like no, But dude, you got to play ball with them at least. At least fake
I don't have to.
Well, clearly you don't have to, and you're not. But we're just saying for the best possible outcome, why wouldn't you? What possible incentive is there to fuck it up?
Because I never, even with POF, I was never really. I never put much into it. I was never really trying to find some special someone through it.
If you're gonna take the time to do it, though, why not do it right? Well, why not knock down the easy wall, which is, as Mike's saying, the grammar.
By the way, I don't even have it up anymore. I took it down, but my POF.
Well, we're about to put a new one up for you.
Fine, whatever. But my POF one that was made, I did have a Ty look over to make sure that it was actually spelled correctly and shit.
God,
now,
that must have really put him in a conflict of interest there.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he didn't check it right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is great.
Yeah, this looks awesome, hun.
That didn't stop the messages I was sending out, by the way, from being. You guys are such fucking losers and assholes, dude. Like this notion that I'm. Fuck both of you, man.
I don't like him, his giant head, or his beady little eyes.
I'm really, really tired of the narrative of me and Ty dating.
Lifeless eyes, black eyes like a doll's eyes.
I get it. You don't want us to talk about you and TCG's relationship.
Because I'm not a homo. That's why. Nothing against it, but I'm not. I'm
all right,
straight.
dude. You know what? When you 2 days ago talk about whacking a guy off for $50 or $60, can we be blamed then for, I don't know, surmising that you might have a little homo tendency?
Yeah, I can. Because
gosh, what a leap in logic.
Well, I'm not. So
you keep telling us differently with shit that you unveil every couple weeks.
Not really.
Not
Dude.
really. You can't defend that. Just let that one go. Just
I gave you a chance to retract that, and you confirmed it the day after. Yeah, I would jack another guy off for 50 to 60 bucks, right in that range.
It was all a money issue, though.
just go with the current on this one. Just let the current flow down river and roll with it. There's no swimming up this stream is not going to work well for you.
I don't really care whether it works for me or not.
Shame on us for jumping to such conclusions.
Yeah. Believe it or not, E, I pulled this story as a helpful tool for you. I was not aware because I thought that with the way kids are today, all you see is how are you, just not spelled out AREYOU.
Yeah.
Like I that's what I usually see kids doing. So I wouldn't think it'd be a big deal with the way Twitter works, where you've got limited characters. Punctuation and grammar goes out the window for those.
I don't think it matters as much. I really would say that I don't think, even though I never really use it, I'm guessing that for something like a Tinder, it probably wouldn't matter as much. I do think, though, for Match.com, if you're going to Match or some of those ones, a lot of those girls
put in
that are
a lot of
those
information, right?
A lot of those girls are on there with Match. You're paying too, for the most part. With a lot of those ones, and even OkCupid, although it's free and POF is free, I think a lot of the
What is POF?
Plenty of Fish.
Okay.
I think a lot of the girls on those ones are actually, in their mind, looking for somebody, whereas in people like me set it up just to throw 100 messages out there, and if nothing comes back, I didn't see anything. Even it was no skin off my nose in my mind. But so it doesn't shock me when you said you think that people would change. It doesn't shock me that the girls in these sites are actually looking for real something and not for how are you.
Well, and Mike, your whole premise is the kids are doing this. Remember, he's a 38-year-old man.
Right.
And that's
he's
the
a
problem.
middle-aged man.
Technically, the age range I'm supposed to be going after is not talking like that.
Yeah.
I'm not messaging those
true.
numbers. Actually, having said that, I'm not messaging girls in those ages, but
there's no, I just think that for something like that, like kind of what Jay was alluding to, why wouldn't you have so many knocks against you that she'll get to know
so many,
right? She'll get to know like date one, but if you at least give your chance by getting to that date, like whatever you can do. I'm not saying
I
you
can't
use
proofread every fucking message I do, dude.
Yeah, you can.
No, I do, but it doesn't matter. I can put it into Word print all I want, but if I get there and there wrong, or if it fucks it up, it fucks it up. Most of those
If it fucks it up.
It fucks it up.
That darn computer that I typed that into.
That's not what I
fucked it
meant.
up.
That's not what I meant.
No,
Obviously,
your point is if you don't know it,
If
you're
I don't
not going to
know
know
it,
it if you reread it.
Right. It can take certain spelling words out, but it won't
No.
take my grammar shit out of it. And I'm not going to sit there every message I send and send it to one of my friends and say,
Why don't you do voice dictation?
I'm not doing all that for POF. I'm not doing all
seriously,
that.
on your
I don't have the desire to do all that for that. It was never like that for me anyway. It was more when I was in Holland. I'd had it, and I would sit there while I was board hopping games and just send out 20 messages, and if anything came back, I was just bored, and I didn't need to really do anything while I was board hopping these games.
I can't believe how defensive and upset he's getting.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
We're
Trying
almost
to
on the
help.
edge of one of those moments.
Yeah.
Where he freaks out on us for no reason.
I'm not gonna give it to you.
If he
Not
was
gonna go.
pushed, there
Not
were
gonna
a
let
couple
him.
times, specifically moments in there where either one of us could have just gone and just love tapped him right over the edge, and it would have been
Fuck both of you. Fuck you, Jay.
I'm not gonna let you guys do that.
He's
to
not
me.
gonna.
Oh, he's not. Are you?
Hey, price reduction alert. As Big E will tell you, fall is here and winter is on its way. Damn it. The good news is there's no better way to get through Michigan winters than the all-new 2015 Ford F-150 XLT 4x4, the best-selling truck for 38 years in a row. Right now at Zott Ford, you can lease the best truck on the planet for only $288. Sign and go. That's zero cash out of pocket. Hurry down to I-75 and exit 98 to take advantage of this sick deal before the snow flies. Peep their whopping deals and massive inventory at ZottFord.com.
We've got a few high school stories, Jay, and I know this. Well, we've got a principal at this high school in Maine who has written a letter to students, parents, faculty, and everything. His name is Chris Record, and he's canceled all the dances but prom because the dancing has become way too sexualized.
It's like Footloose, right?
Yeah, sort of. Absolutely.
Except
You're
I think
right.
the dancing is a little more sexual than it was in Footloose.
Yeah. So this principal's gone on record on this, huh?
He's absolutely gone on. Yeah.
Low hanging fruit.
Very low. Dear parents, before my arrival in 08 and since, the administration, dance chaperones, some students and parents have struggled with modern dance culture. It is by no means the students' fault, but the dancing they have witnessed on MTV, VHS movies involves primarily only
VHS movies.
Yeah.
No, VHS and movies. The channel VH1?
Yeah, he
Oh,
says
did he say
it says
VHS?
VHS, but I'm assuming he means
Boy,
VH1.
this guy's really with it, huh? He's really down with the times.
He must mean VH1,
You know,
right?
parents,
He
they've
must.
been watching MTV and VHS movies.
I think
They've even seen some on beta.
He says it's not their fault, but the dancing that they've witnessed on MTV and on their VHS movies.
What the fuck?
No, he does not mean that. He does
That's
not
what it
mean
says.
No. Based on the sentences you're reading,
I know he
does-
means VH1.
He means VH1 movies?
He
No,
means MTV, VH1,
Comma
and
movies.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, MTV/VHS/movies. I think he means MTV, VH1, and
He
movies.
must.
All right, we'll let him have that.
Involves primarily only sexually suggestive grinding. Grinding basically involves a girl having her back and buttocks pushed up.
She's presenting.
Yeah.
How-
Oh, dude, for sure.
Please explain how grinding works. I'd love to.
He's going to. It kind of sounds hot. It's almost like he's got a rod while he's writing this.
It is hot. That's why it's awesome.
It's like
That's
a
why they like doing it.
Penthouse Forum.
Grinding
There he goes.
basically involves a girl, all right, having her back and buttocks pushed up, pulled up against the boy's groin,
Hell yeah.
with the boy's hands on her hips and other places.
Awesome.
There's a spectrum of this dancing that includes some space between the partners to absolutely no space, and even the girl bending over in front of the boy.
Yeah. That's
He
why it's
knows
awesome.
exactly what it is. I know, it's awesome, right?
I love doing it at the club.
The challenges of this dance culture nationwide, not just here, include the following. This is very difficult to monitor and control with a giant mass of students, low lighting, and very provocative music. This does sound like Footloose. Very few staff members have been willing to serve as chaperones because the awkward positions this places them in of being present for this dancing and having to break it up. Just grabbing kids by the hips and yanking them out of each other.
That's what's happening. You're right.
School administrators are placed in this situation of being bouncers. The result is an antagonistic relationship between admin and students. What regularly happens at dances in terms of student contact would never be condoned during the school day. Younger students have complained about being forced to participate in grinding. Grinding participation, really?
Yeah.
Attempts to improve the situation. We attempted to improve it in 13 and 14. We decided the dance culture needed to be addressed, improved, or we could no longer hold dances for the above reasons. School council, comprised of 10 staff members and 10 students, took on the challenge of coming up with some new dance procedures, more lighting, a change in where the DJ sets up in the gym, advising the DJ on mixing up the music. Oh, that's great. You want the principal picking your playlist, and he's telling the DJ where in the gym to stand, as if this corner makes it more suggestive than others.
Can't we have some more air supply?
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you.
You could grind to that too, by the way.
Oh, yeah, you could. Having more chaperones, making it clear to students that grinding was not allowed. Well, no, we'll have none of this. Having administrators pause the dance to warn students. Student council was advised of these recommended changes, as several members of the student council also served on the council. So anyway, after that didn't work and the kids just couldn't wait to get out there and fake hump it on, get their hump on.
They're dry humping each other, Mike.
Oh, dude, they are. They absolutely are. And chicks are just presenting the whole time, just propping it, as he says.
Awesome.
He explained it perfectly. I mean, they're just propping that thing up and then just resting it right there on the guy. Just kind of, it just fits so well. You know, I mean,
it's amazing, isn't it?
It is
like a puzzle.
Yeah, it's just, it really is. I mean, it goes like better than peanut butter and jelly.
It's almost like nature had something there.
Yeah. Should have finished that thought because it really does work well. So he's like, no, fuck it. It's over. Forget it. We'll give them prom. They spend a lot of money on prom, but the other ones, they can do a bonfire.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I don't.
I figured you wouldn't. And I don't have
Screw
a
that.
problem.
Why,
I don't have a
why
problem with
gather
that
a bunch
either.
of kids and let them dry hump and then, as he said, like try to combat that and try to
send them out into the woods and let them
No,
dry hump.
No, they're gonna go wet hump. But why on school property in a school gym are you gonna like? Yeah, let's have this event so they It is ridiculous, dude.
I know.
No, it
I
is.
got
You
it.
know, when
You're
you
right.
really picture what they're doing, like, oh my God.
Is it just me? But I remember.
No, you're not just getting old.
No.
It's different now.
No, I bet it is. I remember vividly though when we went to dances of like guys on this side, girls on that side, and occasionally you'd get like a slow dance. But I don't ever remember like jumping in the middle with my crew and dancing it up ever.
But that's the
Even
thing,
as
though.
like seniors in high school, I don't remember ever wanting to do that.
Dude, but you weren't doing
No,
when
here's the
when you're
thing.
doing this stuff though.
Yeah.
Too,
But
it's
we'd go to a hotel room and do that. We'd go to the
Yeah.
car and do that. I wouldn't want to do that in front of Jay and Gab. And
Mike, you're right, though. Here's the thing. Dancing took a hiatus for like 25 years, honestly. Like
Yeah.
there's this gap in dancing, and then it came back. And it's been
Well,
back
hip
for
hop
like,
really
it's
helps.
been back
obviously.
for like 10 or 15 years, like way more. Like when you and I were around, no, you're exactly right, man.
Yeah.
It was just the slow dance, and then everybody else not interested.
not cool. It was weird.
And I think that's like a generational thing, man.
Yeah.
Almost across the board. I know there's the occasional dude who'd be, oh, fuck that, man. I used to go to Clutch Cargo and get down all the time.
Yeah.
That was the rarity.
Yeah.
It really, like, it went away and then came back, and it came back hardcore with all the freaking dancing shows and shit now. And, and, you know, the hip hop shit, as
that
he
definitely
said.
helps, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, how
But that stuff was there. I mean, breakdancing was huge when we were little, and the hip hop music scene with the dancing was breakdance. Like all of that shit was going on. But there's totally a difference between like everybody getting involved now. So that makes sense, though. It does make sense. But I don't know. I just wouldn't expect all kids are doing that.
I would say it. Oh, go ahead.
I would have think it would have been more than 10 years ago though, because I remember doing that like in middle school, right? I graduated high school almost 10 years ago now, so that would have been like 7 or 8 years before that. So
okay,
you were dancing like a mad fool.
I mean, not like by myself or whatever, but definitely with girls. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, not just like slow dance, like just kind of go in a circle, 1 step, 2 step, 1 step.
All right, you want
doing the
us
box
to put years to this, Mick? I mean, I'll try to think it through here. I mean, I think from the time that we were in junior high, like our generation, whatever that is, like junior high through high school, like like kids didn't dance like they do now.
No.
And I'm not just saying they don't dance the style. No, they just didn't dance.
Yeah.
So you guys are really, you're not sitting here as an old man just saying we didn't used to grind. You're just saying dancing just wasn't cool. You would still like you said, go to the car and fuck in the car.
Yeah, we used to fuck all the time.
like crazy.
No, but I'm just saying that's not. My point is that you're not being like this guy,
like
old dude on the porch,
like
just
an
going, get off my.
obnoxious amount of fucking. Like an obnoxious.
That's not my
We
point.
also did that after the dances as well. So we'd grind and then you'd get ready to go, and then then you'd bust off there later.
No, you're saying it right, E. That it just wasn't the thing back then. And maybe in McCard's generation he picked up on that, and
there were still people,
with it.
I mean, that didn't dance, right? That hung out on the sides, but it wasn't the majority.
I would say, and I know that I get that people show up to somebody's drunk or under. I get it, but not every single person is hammered necessarily. I think it would be.
Yeah, we were.
But McCard, I know
They
maybe
breathalyzed us. We couldn't be hammered. Like,
Okay.
if you looked hammered, there was a cop right there that was like, "Hey, how are you? I got this thing you could blow in."
Okay, so my point would
we
be
didn't
is
deal with any of that.
my point would be is then I love fucking going to fucking. I go to fucking clubs pretty regularly. I do think it would be harder to me to do, even someone who is into it sober. I think it would be harder for me to do it. Like it's very much easier on a Saturday night when I'm at V or someplace in Ann Arbor and you're a little drunk and you start.
Wow, E is proclaiming that alcohol takes away inhibitions.
I know, but I'm just saying that. No,
that is quite a proclamation.
saying-
Are you on record as saying
No,
this?
what I'm saying
Do you want to
is-
be on record
no,
with us?
yes, I
You
do.
saying alcohol loosened you up a bit?
My
What I'm
goodness.
saying is, it
greases the
shocks me
skids.
that it shocks me that it'd be such a easier for everyone. I'm shocked it would be that big of a deal sober. I think it'd be hard even at that age to loosen up without. I don't know, maybe not.
Were you drunk? Were you invited to your school dances?
I didn't go to any, so it doesn't really matter.
Never went to any of
I
them.
didn't get to one.
Prom, homecoming.
Nope.
No,
Sadie Hawkins.
No. Senior prom, I spent with a.
How did you pull that out?
Sadie Hawkins.
Isn't that the one where girls and
Yes,
like the
I
guys?
haven't heard that for like 40 years. You pull out Sadie Hawkins.
I don't know.
The
I was trying-
Sadie Hawkins.
I was
dance.
trying to think of like the fall dance or the spring dance, and I was
Yeah.
like, all I could come up with is like the Sadie Hawkins.
Enchantment Under the Sea.
Damn it! I was just gonna say that.
Was that an actual
Back
dance?
to the
from
future.
Back to the Future.
Back to the future. I was literally gonna say it. I was
Sure
waiting
you
for
were.
him to stop.
Straight out of stock.
No, Back to the Future is my favorite fucking movie of all time, and I would
Yeah.
have definitely said it.
I said it. You didn't.
No, I didn't go to any dances though. I didn't.
It's interesting. I've never thought of it like that though. That dancing just wasn't cool when we were younger. That makes sense because I was trying to think like, are kids just so not like I would have been shy or embarrassed to like get out there and start dancing.
My boys will dance. Like, they'll just they'll just start dancing and shit. Like we didn't do that when we were kids. It just wasn't a thing.
Yeah,
it's the lost generation of dance. Because if
Weird.
you think about the 70s, the disco thing and all that, people were dancing all
Was
over
that a
the place.
rebellion, do you think, to the disco then?
I don't know.
mean,
You
maybe.
get to the 80s, yeah, maybe it was.
Yeah, the music was not conducive
kind of like
to
how
it.
kind of like how grunge, kind of like you've said, it was kind of a rebellion to the rock.
So
maybe that
pop
was like
metal.
this series of where you saw where those people saw their parents and they're like, that's fucking lame. So it maybe just took this era.
Yeah.
Maybe. Hey, do you want to sell your house, but it looks like someone threw a gel ski? Don't let that stop you. As a gift to TDC listeners, Krista Jelski of Remax Suburban will pay to have your entire home cleaned before it hits the market. So check out Krista's website at kristasellshouses.com or call her anytime at all, 586-918-0900. No,
Just because Jay said call her anytime at all.
Thought you were. I thought you could hear what McCard and I were saying.
Your
and
cough?
laughing.
No.
Was it something we should be laughing at? Was it funny? Do you
No,
want to,
it wasn't
Do you
at
want to
all.
tell the whole class?
It was a private discussion, Jay. Don't worry about it.
It was.
Wow.
That's
I was, in fact, I thought you guys were making fun of me, like, oh, this asshole thinks he's off the air right now, and he's really not.
No,
That's
I was trying to do a
was
read. I
going
was
on.
trying to do a professional grade read.
And all I heard was
our fine sponsor, Jelski.
Pay the bills, as it were.
Pay the bills.
The bells.
I heard some squawking in the
Pay the
background, so I
bills.
figured that's what was going on.
Wow, Jay Jay can't even say paying the bills. He has to say paying the bells, as in his favorite palsy. Or
No, that's Mike's favorite.
oh,
palsy.
sorry, yours is,
Mine is cerebral.
my bad.
Dickhead.
Should we make a quick call?
Yes. Let's.
What kind of background do we need on this? This is the cycling hipster.
Yes. So asshole.
Randy is the mom.
But Ian
Helspert.
Hespelt. Hespelt. Okay. The reason we get turned on to this dude is he's on YouTube, like taking a bike U-lock to a car window, just whacking this thing, and he gets arrested for this, and he gets caught. He gets fingered because of his crazy ass handlebar mustache.
Yeah, I mean it's
curled. It's ram's horn like.
Yeah, he's the no guy. That guy.
No. Had he not had the mustache, he probably doesn't get fingered.
Yes.
So anyway, some quick background about why he's hitting the car. He's in this stupid bicycle group, which is protesting basically the use of oil. So these assholes get in a huge group at Critical Mass, and they tool around San Francisco in the area. And I guess there's other chapters around the country.
It
who do
started
this.
there though,
Okay.
in San Francisco. So that's where it's most prominent.
And so their point is to wreak havoc on traffic, because if traffic isn't bad enough in California, they want to be assholes and bring awareness to the idea, I guess, that you can bike places instead of drive.
Right.
And so they're being dicks, just driving through traffic, and they're filming this thing as they're doing it, just being complete assholes. This guy decides, hey, there's a car I'm going to antagonize. So he goes right up to the front of this car, which is stopped at a light. And then he claims that this car like bumped forward and bumped him, when in fact he probably just
It looks like he
faking it.
laid his bike down at the front bumper of the car and then starts screaming and carrying on, which turns it quickly into what looks like shark circling.
Yeah.
Like all these other assholes on their bicycles come circling around and screaming and, what are you doing? You're running him over. No.
Yeah. So we call his mom because we hear he got arrested because, again, he got fingered because of his mustache.
Yeah. He got caught the next day. He got fingered the next day.
Yes.
Because his mustache was so ridiculously distinct that they were like, oh, yeah, that's him. He's the only asshole who would wear a mustache like that in the area.
So we called the mom under the guise of, well, let's find out what's happening to Ian. But really, we wanted to get to the bottom of the mustache, what the hell the mustache was all about. And was the mustache changing the subject from the receding hairline?
Which was there's a deep recession going on with that hairline. There's no doubt about it. It's not even worth arguing about. And the mustache was so prominent that it begged the question.
Is he changing the subject?
Yeah. And so
his mom played ball a bit and told us a little bit about him being in jail and all that. So we just wanted to call back and see where the hell he is.
Yeah.
See if she'll
get an update from her.
You
and fat, or uglier than sin. All the ladies shut you out. You're wondering how to get in. Well, here is my advice for how to make a splash. You can have your pick of gals if you've only got a mustache, a mustache, a mustache. If you've only got a mustache, a mustache, a mustache, a mustache. Big mustache, thick mustache, my mustache, your mustache. Say the word mustache, a mustache, a mustache. Now we both have said mustache, a mustache, a mustache. If you've only got a mustache.
Hello,
Randy.
Yes.
Hey, it's your friends Mike and Jay from the Detroit Cast in Detroit, Michigan, calling you back. How are you?
Hey, Randy.
Hi.
How you doing?
Okay.
Do you remember talking to us a few weeks ago?
Yes. How could I forget?
Did we leave that good of an impression?
Yeah. You left that good of an impression.
Good. We're just wondering, doing a call back, just wondering how things have played out. How Ian's doing?
Is he back home, by the way?
He's has a court date, but I shall not reveal it.
You shall not reveal his court date?
Why?
Well, we could.
Shall not reveal his court date.
Well, we can call the court and get that if we really wanted it.
Randy, Jay here is a lawyer. He might be able to help you out if you're nice.
Why is this phone connection so weird?
What do you mean?
Seems okay
I
to
had
us.
this horrible nightmare after I talked to you last that you're going to break my conversation up into sound bites and play it somewhere.
No, see?
No. Why would we do that to you?
I don't know why anybody. Why am I getting death threats from my son? I don't know.
What?
Seriously?
Death threats?
Not from us. We didn't do that. We aired your call exactly as it aired with us. We never touched it with a razor blade.
Great. My son will never speak to me again if he finds that out.
So how's Ian doing? He's out of jail, obviously.
He's doing fine.
He's doing fine.
Is he back at your house?
Yes, and nobody has ever one time looked into the origin of this whole event.
Well, let's come back to that, Randy. We'd like to revisit that.
I have been told not to talk to anybody.
By who? Your dumb family is saying that. Nobody
my expensive attorney's saying that, or Ian's expensive
Don't
attorney.
listen to that expensive
what do
attorney.
they know? You know,
Listen.
attorneys are full of shit, Randy. You know that.
Hey, Randy, I rewatched the whole video, and I know what you're talking about. You're saying that he was parked in front of that car, and that car inched forward and hit him for sure, aren't you? That he was assaulted. He was the one.
Well, something's got to provoke that kind of behavior, doesn't it?
Oh, that's it, isn't it, Randy?
I think Jay's onto you.
That car came forward and struck your son, didn't it?
I gotta go.
That was assaultive behavior, Randy.
Mother in the bathroom.
No. We're with you on this.
You have a Nana in the bathroom?
My mom. Yeah, she's 93.
Oh my goodness!
wow.
Congratulations.
What's she doing in the bathroom unattended?
So where are you located?
We're in Detroit.
We're on the Detroit Cast with Jay and Mike.
Great, she says. I have family in San Francisco, though.
If that counts for anything.
Yeah, if that counts for anything.
I've been to San Francisco. I viewed it from afar and always longed to go again.
I'm coming back at Thanksgiving. Maybe I could pop by and say hi, meet you and meet Ian,
like your
meet
bridge.
Nana.
You've got a nice bridge out there.
Oh no, we have a faulty bridge out here now.
What? What's going on with the bridge? We're of course talking about
Bay
the
Bridge.
Oh well, I'm talking
the Bay
Golden
Bridge. No
Gate.
one cares about the Bay Bridge. We're talking Golden Gate.
Well, they do when it's structural.
Yeah, true.
Well, you don't go to the other side,
Anyway,
do
but
you?
I've got my mom in the bathroom and I can't leave her any longer.
No, you can
no,
just.
she can
we'll,
wait.
We'll hold.
We'll
hold. Just go wipe or do whatever you have to do. We'll stay on.
We cannot.
I can't trust myself to not say something wrong.
Randy, okay, we'll get off topic there for a minute, but we have to. We cannot let you go without asking about Ian's mustache again.
How did it make it through this whole jail time?
It survived.
Yeah,
it did. Did it look disheveled when he got out?
Or did he sit inside dastardly just twirling that thing?
It looked like a hot mess. I mean, who doesn't in orange clothing?
Did it?
No, it blew out, didn't it?
It was
a
droop
hot
like
mess.
a kung fu master.
No, but this is kind of funny.
No, but that's kind of funny.
I'm gonna cut my throat.
Well,
here.
there was speculation. People were saying that maybe perhaps Ian was trying to change the subject a little bit by putting the focus on the mustache.
People were saying that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Family?
Wow, that was remarkable.
Saying that he's not happy with what's going on upstairs, so he's trying to change the subject, get the focus on the mustache.
Any truth to that, Randy?
Is there any comment at all that you can make on that? You sound just like your
I
son.
didn't hear that last thing you said, but it must have been good.
No, there were some people, and I can't remember who was saying it, but people were really upset with us. They were saying it's clear what's going on. Ian, he's got some premature balding going on up top, and he's trying to change the subject by directing the attention to his mustache. And we were like, that's outrageous. Who would say
Had
something?
that mustache for years.
Even back when he had thick locks?
Yep.
Yeah, even before
Okay.
he started losing it. Let me ask you this. Was Ian's dad thinning on top as well?
I don't know. We haven't been together for years.
What happened there, Randy?
I gotta go.
He was a
Oh,
dick.
Randy.
What he was a hothead is the problem. You can
He
say
was
it.
what?
He was a hothead, his dad.
Oh no, not at all.
No.
And Ian isn't a hothead. I mean, I know that. I guess the comment is, who are you going to believe, me or your lying eyes?
Right.
Well, that's all we have to go
not a
on.
hothead. He's
Yeah.
not a hothead. I mean, I was just absolutely stunned.
He's probably a
not
pothead
a
though, right?
He's a very nice person.
He is. Okay.
Calm, cool, collected, intelligent, blah, blah, blah.
Is he there? Can we talk to him? Is he in your basement right now?
He doesn't live with me.
Can you just give us a cell number and we'll give him a buzz then.
What's funny?
Okay. All right. Well,
Wait. Can you tell Nana we said hello though?
Yeah, take us in the bathroom with her.
if I want him to never speak to me again,
We
Just
won't
put the
say
phone,
anything
put the phone
inappropriate.
between your neck and shoulder, and let's just continue. Go on.
I've been told to say nothing to anyone. Just hang up the phone. So I'm
Just-
going to do that now.
Just tell her we're your buddies from Detroit. We're not even asking about Ian or his mustache.
We're with you on this, Randy.
I'll
We
be
like
right
I said.
there, Mom. I'll be right there. I gotta go.
Fake. I don't think you were talking to her. You just did that for us.
No.
Yes. Watch. Ma, give me a second, Ma. I'll be right there. I know. Give me a second. Yeah. See how easy that is to do? I wasn't talking to my mom. Oh, no. Nana?
She's here. She's here.
Can you
Believe
put Nana
me,
on the
she's
phone, please?
here.
Please put Nana on the phone.
No, I can't.
Just put her on speaker so we can go, hi,
I
Nana.
can, but I won't.
We
Put her
want
on
to wish her
speaker.
well. Can we wish her well?
Don't go there, Mom. Mom, come back.
Secrets of the long life.
I have to go tend to her.
Okay. You do that, Randy.
All right.
All right.
Hey,
Well,
Randy, have a great day.
Yep. Say hi to Nana, Ian, his mustache, all that shit. And we'll talk to you soon, hopefully.
Bye.
Bye.
She likes you, Mike.
What's not to like?
And all that shit. Was she wiping Nana, you think?
I don't know. I was worried Nana was going to drown.
Yeah.
No, she wasn't lying. There was a Nana. That does go to her credibility, right? The fact that there was actually a Nana in the background.
I think Randy's doing her best here.
Yeah.
You know, she's in tough circumstances. She's got asshole son taking care of Nana. I think she's caught in the middle of some of this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't blame Randy.
Yeah. Do you believe her story, by the way, that he had established this mustache long before the falling out he had with his hair?
He looks like a big enough asshole to have done that.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like anything new. If you see the images of this thing, it's a couple years in.
I got to tell you though, man, that if those are the facts that we're establishing here, I got to say, looking at the pattern of recession that's going on, it looks like it started in maybe middle school.
It's a deep recession.
It's
one of the nation's deepest.
Like pull up a picture again, E, of him. See if you can find Ian.
Here's the point though, Mike. I'm going to agree with you. I think he's been losing it since early
Middle
high school. It's been receding hard, and so I don't think I'm not so certain that mustache is really trying to change the subject from that. I think he's been working that mustache just as the hipster that he is.
Dude. I gotta.
It is brutal. Isn't it?
Respectfully, I have to disagree with you on this. Yeah, it's.
I think he's so far gone, man. I think. God, that's bad. That's such a bad look.
Yeah, he's got the earrings that are trying to divert attention. Eyes over here. Eyes over here. The mustache clearly is.
You couldn't start growing a stash like that until mid-20s, probably.
I mean, yeah, he probably had a couple good years of pulling the hair forward, making it look like, oh, it's the style, bangs and whatnot. But
pulling it forward.
Yeah. But then it just got too long. I mean, he'd be growing that thing from the back rim of the head, trying to lop it forward.
The wind would blow. It would.
Yeah, it's just not a healthy
flap,
good look at all on any level. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm on the fence there. You kind of buy her.
I do. I think as you look at the images, you see that this was probably a slow, lengthy recession, and this guy's just such a hipster doucher.
Yeah,
I just think there's more to it than that. I'm not saying people don't change the subject all day long. I'm just not so sure he is.
Wow, I again respectfully disagree with you completely on this one. I think there's no way you don't establish that kind of mustache without obviously trying to divert attention to what the real story is.
Well, our next step is to get the actual court date, okay, while you're looking for the pigment trial. When's that pigment trial going to start? When you find the pigment trial, you can also go online and find the court date for this gentleman, and then we'll call back after that and see how he fared.
Yeah. I'd love to have her send us some junior high, early middle school images of him too, just to see. And if you're right, I'll man up and say, Jay, you got me on this one. Clearly.
Yeah, I think this is a long-term deal.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, it's good to talk to Randy, check in with her, our friend in San Francisco.
How'd you like her? No.
Oh my God, dude.
No. Dude,
did you really see her argument on that? Or are you just bullshitting?
Oh, that is what they're claiming happened. But no doubt about it, that car, if it did anything, it just barely like nudged the dude.
I think he laid his bike into the front of that car.
Ridiculous that this fucker was sitting there in front of it. Okay, let's say it did nudge him. He's sitting there in front of the car, like 2 inches away. They're going, get out of my way, man.
Yeah.
No, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. There's our update with Randy and our son Ian.
You may be big and fat or uglier than sin. All the ladies shut you out. You're wondering how to get in. Well, here is my advice for how to make a splash. You can have your pick of gals if you've only got a mustache. A mustache, a mustache. If you've only got a mustache. A mustache, a mustache, a mustache. Big mustache, thick mustache. My mustache, your mustache. Say the word mustache. A mustache, a mustache. Now we both have said mustache. A mustache, a mustache. If you've only got a mustache. No.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break.
Hey, everybody. You probably heard us talk about Mike Massey. He's been on the Detroit Cast, and now he's coming to town October 23rd. It's going to be at Dick Tyler's Tavern,
downtown Ann Arbor, 1300 South University Avenue. Huge thank you to our sponsors, Steve Guevara and the folks at Zott Ford, and David Helm from Helm Law PC for making this possible.
Get there early. Space is definitely limited.
Detroitcast continues now, bitches. Here's Mike and Jay.
All right, welcome back to the Detroitcast. Mike and Jay. I forgot to mention earlier today when I was at Jay's house, I was leaving his house actually at the end of it all, and I realized what was going on. Your lawn needs a serious thatching.
Don't even go there.
It does,
Mike,
Jay. It needs some thatching and it needs some edging.
Lawn
That's all
guy-
I'm going to say. I'll leave it at that.
Lawn guy would scoff at you. He would laugh in your face. Thatching, Mike?
Well,
what is thatching?
He wants to go through my lawn with like a
metal,
a tough metal rake. I mean, we're not just talking like just a metal leaf rake, like deep metal rake, and go through and get all the thatch out.
Yeah.
No, man. Dude, lawn
I'm
guy
just
would
saying, it
fucking
looks like it could
kill
use
you
it.
for that.
Why?
Because you're then exposing the root structure of our turf. Dude, some of that is useful. Okay, you can't just remove all thatch.
Well, your
Lawn
neighbors
guy-
are doing it because your neighbors looks thatched and
Here's the
beautiful.
thing. I haven't fucking watered all year. It's looking really bad right now.
Dude,
I'll give you that.
I'd give you that argument if it was browning. It's not browning. It's dead. It's thatch
Mike,
underneath it.
it's October
It's a lush
se- it's
green.
October 7th!
It's a lush green. Your neighbors is a little lusher.
It's not a lush green.
It is a lush green. Your
It's
turf
October
depth
8th.
is impressive. It's more impressive than anyone I've seen. It
thank you.
rivals your neighbors. It really does. But then you've got this shoddy edging. It looks like no one's edged it for months.
I haven't
and
edged
it
for a
looks like
month,
it could
you're
use a solid thatching. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Do with it what you will. That's all I'm
I'm
saying.
embarrassed about it.
And
okay?
then the other thing
you
I
know
noticed
how to
was,
get me. That's it, right there.
I'm not
embarrassed
trying to
about it.
get you.
Because you know what? In the past, I've been really careful to keep it up, and this is the one year I'm really not.
Well, it looks like everyone in your neighborhood is really conscious about that too. You know, and then you get to your. But for me, it makes it easier because I get confused. The neighbor a couple doors down from you. I get confused. Is that Jay's house? Is that it? And it's like, oh yeah, nice edging neighbor. Jay's that one.
Damn it!
So it makes it easy for me to find. So it's no big deal. For that reason, I kind of like it. The other thing I noticed was the dog.
Yes, I was going to say
chasing the FedEx truck.
Yes, you met asshole.
Is that the one?
That's the asshole who has kept me up many nights and woken me in the mornings. That piece of shit little fucking dog, that damn Proops.
Yeah.
Sucks ass.
Dude.
And you saw it being what it is, man.
It was whizzing on your lawn.
Yeah. Pissing on my lawn and chasing a fucking the guy was like afraid to go forward because this thing's like under his front tire. He's like, just inching forward. He's looking at us like, dude, get your dog out of here. Not my dog, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hit it.
He actually looked like he'd been in this position before. This
Yeah.
was not his first introduction to this dog.
Yeah.
If it was, I assume he would have stopped and like shoo. But he was like, okay, I know what this dog's going to do. And he was mindful not to run it over.
Just get some separation.
Get a little separation. Keep an eye on it. Make sure I'm not going to run it over, not in front of witnesses anyways. And then he made his way down the road.
Isn't that
And then-
absurd? It's just
Dude.
the neighborhood dog. Yeah, we all get to enjoy it.
It's the weirdest thing. It's weird because when we were kids, people had neighborhood dogs where it was like, oh yeah, that's that guy. There was a few of them in every neighborhood that
Yeah.
just let their dog run wherever in a residential neighborhood. It's one thing if you got a farm, but when you've got a residential neighborhood with kids playing around, seeing some ratty dog running
It
around.
is a rad ass dog.
It's
too. It's
rare.
Not, it's not like a good looking dog. It's not.
Yeah.
There's nothing attractive about this thing. It's kind of weaselly looking. It's a total mix of whatever.
Yeah.
Just a piece of shit.
It
man.
just it stood out. It seemed so out of place in a neighborhood. It's a nice neighborhood, and to see some just weird dog just running down the middle of the road, it's like,
feel free to clunk that fucker on your way out next time.
No, he ran back to his house, but I honestly haven't seen that in 20 years.
Just fender it, man.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
you could.
Mm-hmm.
It wants to chase your tires. It's weird. Anyway, wanted to mention that. Drop that in your ear.
Should we mention the Massey show?
Yeah, we can mention the Massey show.
I think what we want to be clear on is that the Facebook post that you did about the show, you kind of, what'd you do, an event, a Facebook event?
I did an event.
I want to be clear that was kind of a feeler, just to take in the temperature of 300 people that you sent it to. Like, how many would be interested?
Yeah.
It was not
a guest list.
Producing a guest list.
No.
Just FYI. So
that
if you
doesn't guarantee you admittance or anything.
If you pushed accept, thank you for doing that. You've indicated that you're probably coming.
Yeah.
And we were trying to analyze numbers and shit, but yeah, you're not on a list.
Yeah.
And that's tricky because it is a small venue.
Yeah.
So I guess the best thing to do is get there early You know, head down to Ann Arbor, maybe have an early dinner, very early dinner.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then start drinking.
Yeah.
It's always good advice.
Head on over to Dick Tyler's and just start drinking.
Yeah.
Because,
it's not the biggest venue in the world. It's going to be a cool, intimate show. But I think the turnout could be really great, and that concerns me, but it's going to be fun. But yeah, like you said, we just want to be clear. You know, this is our first go around with this, and we'd like to do a few of these, you know? So we're just kind of dipping our toes in about how to do this stuff. We really have no idea how to plan shit.
And at the same time, as we say this, we're going, oh, fuck, are we going to discourage people from coming down there? They're going to go, oh, it's going to be so crazy. No, I mean, just make sure you're aware that it's a small venue, and, you know, come on down early and get there.
Yeah. So anyway,
there's a chance. I know he was there on Friday, but there's a chance my brother might be in attendance at the Mike Massey concert.
Oh, is that right?
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
Get a little glimpse into
Brian Fady.
Nice.
As it is it's in walking distance of his current residence, so that'd be another advantage.
Wow.
Maybe I'll get a little tipsy.
Maybe what?
Hammered and walk home.
Maybe enjoying a few libations, Jay, and then chill at my brother's house.
Yeah, your brother's way more normal than you, so I wouldn't mind stopping by your brothers and having a beer or something. But it's not your typical Fady. Don't think that all Fadies are like Eric. There very few of them are like Eric.
The others are, including down the family tree, are all of them relatively are normal people.
Yeah,
you would almost see them and think they're just a normal person.
Even Nana.
Wow.
I have not seen your Nana this happy in years.
Hey, we got to mention the Amazon link real quick too. Please use it. You'll find it on our website, DetroitCast.com, and it's the perfect way to support our show. You shop Amazon by just entering through the link, and then Amazon pays us based on purchases made. You don't pay higher prices, and they give us a little bit of a kickback, so it's a great way to donate. Please click on the link and help support the show.
We've got a few families, actually 3 families to be exact, in Florida who are getting a payout of $200,000 each in a lawsuit settlement with a principal
I need
at a
an
school.
attorney, and I need one now.
The Sarasota County School District School Board agreed to the settlement at their meeting last night. And the parents, what happened is this principal was hypnotizing kids, and three kids ended up dead in like a really short amount of time. Like 2 hung themselves, and 1 got into a car accident and died.
Wow.
And so those families are each getting $200,000. Principal George Kenny admitted that he hypnotized all 3 victims, including, let's see here, we've got Wesley McKinley, 16 years old, Brittany Palumbo, 16-year-old, and Marcus Freeman. McKinley, he hypnotized him, on the very day that he committed suicide. This was back in April of 2011.
Jeez.
That happened. Kenny had hypnotized as many as 75 students, staff members, and others from 2006 to 2011, and he'd been doing so illegally since he wasn't licensed.
Does he do this like as an assembly?
I don't think so.
Remember
I think
assemblies? Weren't those fucking awesome?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hey, we've got an assembly today.
Oh, yes!
Awesome.
You're right.
The only thing better is the field trip. The field trip,
dude, I don't know, man. Some field trips really suck. The assembly was awesome. You could just go sit with your buddies and dick around, and some of the assemblies were sweet. Can't remember one offhand, but
I think
some
we had
were
some good ones. I thought.
I remember where they used to like bring in animals and shit, right?
Yeah.
Where they'd be like, "This is a boa constrictor. Who wants to hold it?" You're like, "Not me, but good luck."
I think you're wrong on this. I think there are 3 highlights potentially in any given day, whether in middle school, grade school,
the other one,
and high school. You've got projector in the classroom.
I was going to say TV.
Oh, when you walk in there, the glee, the instant.
When you see that projector in the back of the room and the TV up front, there's almost nothing better. You can nap, you can converse with your buddies. It's your day to do with it what you will.
Day.
It's a free day. Then you've got the assembly, but you're confined to the gymnasium. You can't take off. Now, we're in Stratford. When you start
that's
getting
a
on
whole
a
different
bus,
class, a whole different
dude. Greenfield Village with the class? Are you kidding me?
We're in Stratford was just that's like you're out of the fucking country, man. Are you kidding me?
We were international.
Yeah, I mean most field trips, it just seemed
Greenfield Village. You'd take an assembly over
going
Greenfield
to the
Village.
DSO. I don't know. And then lunch was always fucking weird.
Lunch
Like,
was, you know what? Lunch
you
was
just had
always shitty, dude.
Yeah, you
because they
always
made
had,
you.
you didn't have time, and you had something shit like your shit was warm and everything.
Dude, they either didn't let you get food, you know, like actual food, or you didn't get food provided for you. So most of the time, I feel like you still brought bad lunches.
Yeah, you
and
had like a
the,
fucking piece of crap peanut butter and honey sandwich with the honey like running through your bread.
Oh yeah, that sucked.
All
dude, maybe you had better.
I mean, that's on your guys' moms. I was not eating peanut butter and honey. I just wanted to be clear.
I know, but the point was, you felt like you were out of the school that you would make. You thought like, oh, maybe we'd go get some food, like real food, and it would still be like, no, but all your bag lunches in this like bin or some shit.
Yeah, and then you're sitting at a picnic table with bees all around you and shit. It was never, the lunch
sure beats the classroom,
dude. And even when you went to the DIA, dude, yeah, you'd be at the DIA, but you'd sit in that cafeteria or something, and they'd bring out the bin, like I described.
I totally remember the bin.
I don't remember the bin. Do you remember?
Yeah, I don't remember the bin.
We had a bin.
Well,
at least he knows some of these.
Like a rolling bin.
No, like a big Tupperware.
And it would just be all the lunches. So even when you went to the DIA,
we must have done something that they changed the rules and made these guys have bins.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have bins. We had way more freedom than you guys did.
No, that was where they put the lunches, bro.
I know.
Beginning of the
we
day.
were able to carry our own.
Okay,
they trusted us enough that we were able to carry our own.
Fine. Well, big deal. The point is, we all brought our lunches, and even at the DIA, it's like you got to get fries and a burger or something. It was like you still just had your shitty lunch that your mom made for you at the DIA.
That's exactly right.
So
lunchtime sucked on field trips. I'll give you that. Although there was the rare one where you would like we're in Stratford, where everything was just thrown for a loop, and you buying lunches there and shit. Sitting in a restaurant. I mean, that was badass.
That was awesome.
So yes, I'll give you that field trip. But for the most part, I'd take an assembly.
We went to Domino's one time on a field trip. That was awesome. Ate
Domino's
good.
Farms?
No, pizza. Like for a whole day. It was when we were like in kindergarten, so it probably wasn't a whole day.
Showed you how to make the pie? And
and you got to make your own with whatever you wanted on it.
You know what, dude?
Domino's Farms.
And at the end of the day.
Yeah. I did that with a McDonald's one time. Now that I think about it, dude, there was some.
I went to a brewery like that. You got to drink all the beer, but that wasn't.
That wasn't like a field trip.
It was a friend trip.
Yeah.
Okay. We've all been to.
That would have been a great field trip in high school or junior high.
We've all been to a brewery.
The Fuhrer could have taken us. That's the one field trip the Fuhrer would have gone with us on.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I'll take the boys to the field to the brewery.
I got this shit.
Jay, saddle up to the bar. We're gonna get you.
God damn it.
We'll get you a nice beer,
dude.
Marcel.
Real quick, back to the TV when you mentioned the projector or the TV, as it were, dude. That one thing about that was the worst is I would have them once in a while where you'd go into the class and the TV was up there and you'd get excited, and then they would go, "No, don't get excited. This is for the last class."
And it had the strap around it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wouldn't want it to topple.
Like that would be the worst because everyone would start getting excited, and it'd be like, "Nope, that was for last hour," and it'd be like, "Fucking
then wheel it out of here."
Why am I looking at this? God damn it! What are we talking about?
We're talking about this principal that was hypnotizing kids.
Oh, nice.
At an assembly.
Yeah.
He was warned on 3 separate occasions to stop hypnotizing students without their parents' written consent.
It's like Castile. It's a Castile situation.
Right.
Like, dude, just stop.
Yeah, knock it off.
What is the attraction to
Or
this?
Mike's-
Stop fucking hypnotizing them.
Or Mike's kind of shame. No, come on now. Shame on you.
Shame on you.
No more hypnotizing students. If we get one more of these.
So
one more.
He reached a settlement with the school just days before the civil lawsuit was set to go to trial. The parents of the victim say they did not sue the school for money, but rather to make sure something like this never happens again. We're satisfied and all that shit. After the string of deaths, Kenny was placed on leave. He resigned the following year. He gave up his teaching license in 2013. He's been banned from reapplying for another. He was last known to be operating a bed and breakfast in Waynesville, North Carolina, where he also makes stained glass.
Bed and breakfast.
Isn't that great?
This dude's like Kadog or something.
Yeah,
you know?
totally. The thing is that is most disappointing to them is he never apologized, never admitted any wrongdoing. He's now living comfortably in retirement with his pension. Freeman, this kid, was the quarterback of the Northport football team, was the first of the 3 to die. He had been seeking hypnosis from Kenny to help him concentrate on the field. He had a painful dental visit while driving that day, and then while driving home with his girlfriend, he appeared to be in a state of hypnosis, she said. His girlfriend says a strange look came out over his face, and he veered off the interstate. He died of his injuries while his girlfriend survived. Now, couldn't you just as easily say that if he had a painful dental visit that he was?
That's what I was
getting
gonna say, dude.
gas,
How do
or-
you show causation here? This is all like such voodoo and witchcraft and shit. Like,
Because you can
I
argue
can't
some people don't
imagine
even
there's
believe in it. So
I can't imagine there's much science behind this. I guess you have the battle of the experts get on there and tell what they think.
Yeah.
But yeah, my whole thing is really, dude. I mean, I know it's strange, obviously.
Yeah.
More than a coincidence, it would seem to have 3 people who've been hypnotized by this guy die like this. But
yeah,
and it doesn't sound like even like
if he's hypnotizing just about everybody in school.
Yeah.
And
Where are the other
3
ones?
kids that
pretty good numbers actually.
that
why
died.
couldn't they just say Afghanistan, banana stand and be done with it?
Well, and the
fade out.
The other thing to me is he's not like when he said he would hypnotize students and they died. I got the impression that they were in a special session for some reason, and like he had them do something. It's just
No, it's just he did it, and
right,
then they
and
were
then-
after they died.
right.
Yeah. So a month after that, McKinley committed suicide
month?
by hanging himself. His friend Thomas Lyle said in a deposition that McKinley had been hypnotized by Kenny on at least 3 occasions to help him practice guitar because he wanted to go to Juilliard. He said that sometimes McKinley got on the bus after the hypnosis sessions. He wouldn't know his name or who his friends were. On the day he died, he asked Lyle to punch him in the face. Yeah, I don't know. He wasn't all there mentally. Palumbo also committed suicide by hanging the following month. That's the chick. She was found in her closet by her parents. Can you imagine
God,
that,
dude,
dude?
it is
Oh, that
freaky.
is so brutal.
It'd be a good movie. I mean, it's a freaky idea for
they,
sure.
They said that Kenny had self-diagnosed her with test anxiety and recommended she undergo hypnosis to help her improve her SAT scores. When that didn't work, she grew depressed at her college prospects and committed suicide. So
where's the hypnosis?
I know, dude. I know. It sounds like just an easy way to make them go away.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. If this costs us $600,000, that's the max payout you can give to a family for something like this in a civil case. He's obviously never been charged with anything.
Yeah.
And well, how could they? What are they going to charge him with?
Well, I was going to ask you, E, because I think you're the only one in the room that's been hypnotized. There's no doubt, and I've talked about this plenty of times. You definitely, when Afghanistan, Bananistan was said, a different look came over your face. Now, I'm not saying that I could convince you to hang yourself or drive off a cliff.
A month
Well,
later?
don't sell yourself
No.
short, Mike.
No, a month later, the next kid died. He could have been hypnotized that day.
Don't take those cards off the table.
I know. I'm just saying that's what I want to ask him. If when he came to, because you've said you had sketchy memories of shit and you didn't remember what had happened.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't have an answer to that as far as afterwards. I don't know.
So you can't blame any of your ineptitude thereafter on this.
Oh yeah, I mean, yes. No, no, I can't. I don't know, dude.
I'm just wondering if you felt different. If that rings true with you, where they're like, I don't know, he just he had a different look on his face, and then he looked like he was under hypnosis and drove off the road. Like
I didn't feel anything different driving home.
Yeah,
just felt normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, then you've got friends vouching for him. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. There was something different.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
You could see a kid doing that. Oh my God, he just had this weird look in his eyes today.
But
Yeah.
if this girl's been going through depression through college things, you would have noticed changes in her personality anyway.
Everybody's looking to assign blame somewhere instead of just going, you know what? She was
terrible.
mentally screwed up. This was terrible.
Yeah, it's a terrible loss. It was a terrible loss for the other kid. And just about every school has a car accident where you lose one.
Yeah.
So,
hey, are you considering buying a new home but don't know where to begin? If so, schedule an appointment with Krista Jelski of Remax Suburban, and she will explain the entire home buying process from beginning to end. And when you hire her as your realtor, Krista will have food delivered to your new home on moving day. Check out Krista's website at kristasellshouses.com or call her anytime at 586-918-0900.
So Gabrielle, if Jay killed someone, and then came running home and told you, would you call the police and tell on him?
Probably not.
But the other way around.
Oh,
we don't have a drop for that.
I think about the victims.
Yeah. Well, we've got
Victims' family. It would bother me. I couldn't live with myself.
a married high school teacher in Arizona charged with sexual misconduct. He was banging some chick, and this is a guy, one of these monsters.
Disgusting.
That's banging a 15-year-old girl
Oh.
for 3 years, like hundreds of times. He had all these encounters with her beginning when she was 15. Brian Woolsey is his name. He's 45, was arrested last week on 13 counts of misconduct with a minor. His wife and fellow educator, 38-year-old Jennifer Woolsey, was also arrested and charged with failing to report after she admitted to police she knew of her husband's affairs with the teen but kept it silent.
Ooh, do we have images?
Yeah, it would be nice to see what they look like.
Let's see what the wife looks like in particular.
Oh yeah, the wife is what I
can
was
imagine what the chick looks like.
Okay, he's a well. That's not a fair representation. That's not fair.
She's being arrested. She's under duress.
Yep. I mean, I don't want to see her dolled up for the prom, and we can throw out her best moment and her worst moment.
That's fair.
She's got gorgeous eyes.
Selfie in the car.
She's pretty.
Yeah.
Keep going. Let's see. Any titty shots? Does she have any nudes or bikini shots?
Down picture.
They're not listed on here, so I'll have to click through for more pictures.
I'm going to give her negative points for a stupid mirror selfie, which is one of my most hated of the selfies.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the mirror selfie either. Next, it's not bad. She's got a body still.
She isn't bad though.
Ugh, gross.
She doesn't look like the type of lady. Oh, look at that. What have you identified, Mr. Walters?
I have identified
a bit of cleavage.
Well,
you're not going to assign 36 C's to those, are you, Mike? It'll be telling if you do.
Maybe a 34. It's definitely more than
not
a
a
B.
C.
That might be a C. That looks heavy.
Mike,
this looks heavy to me.
Over.
She's hardly leaned over. This is a very thin blouse.
Back to a prior image.
That blouse is wafer thin. All right, maybe a B cup. I don't know.
You know what she does look to me though? Very boring. Doesn't she look like some old lady already? Her hairstyle.
No, she looks like a teacher.
She looks doable. She hasn't let herself go.
You're right, E, in that she doesn't look 38. She looks about 43.
You think?
Yeah. She looks a bit older to me.
Okay.
And she does have that. She did give up a little too soon, I think. E.
I'm trying to be still with it, dressing somewhat her age, maybe.
Yeah, she's a teacher and she's a bit conservative looking.
Well, she knew that he was banging her and didn't say anything. It began the relationship between these two as a teacher-student relationship. Brian caressed her leg and touched her butt while she was staying after class one day. Woolsey said, and the student also exchanged nude photos via text message and apps on their cell phones. They met for sex in their homes, on school grounds, in cars. In August 2010, Jennifer, the wife, finds a video on Brian's home computer showing her husband and this 15-year-old. The 15-year-old's blowing him.
Why do you take?
I know.
And she doesn't want to rip up her family, so she just stays quiet about it.
That's probably
the mother of two confronted the girl and warned her that she could not tell anyone about what happened between her and her husband at any time. The teacher and student carried on the affair for 3 years until the girl.
Dude, imagine that.
Ended
You're
it.
blowing your teacher, E.
Right.
You're blowing your teacher, and then that teacher's wife comes to you and is like, "Look, E," and this is another
teacher's life partner.
Yeah, that teacher's life partner. Wife, whatever it is, comes to you, and that's another teacher. You got these two teachers, one that you're friggin' blowing, and another one going, "Look, you can't tell anybody." God, what a freaking That's so out of the realm of anything we experienced. It just kills me. What is going on with these teachers?
She estimated that they had as many as 100 times they were banging, and pointed out that it all happened. Everything that happened between them was consensual for both parties. The girl, when she told the cops, "Look, I was banging him tons of times, here, there, everywhere." The wife knew. The former student, who's now an adult, came forward last Thursday and filed a report claiming sex abuse.
Do we have a better image of him, by the way, instead of that one looking through the glass? It's like a total jack.
We're also missing another image.
Just his mugshot.
Yeah, well, there's a very important missing image in this whole mix. But,
yeah, look at him, dude.
Yeah, he's a doofus.
You're slobbing that guy?
Yeah.
E, would you?
For an A.
No, I would not.
What's he
for an
teach?
easy A.
What's he teach?
Math.
Well, E, not great at math.
Well, there was a time when he was spending a lot of time in the math room.
True.
So she goes to the police and she's like, "Yeah, there's like 15 times when he sexually abused me." And that same day, she sends Jennifer. So she's at the police station and she sends Jennifer a text. And in the presence of officers, revealing to her that there had been more sexual encounters between her and Brian than she
Jennifer's
previously
like,
admitted.
"Stay quiet."
apologize. So I'm sorry I lied to you, but we banged way more times than I told you. The Ms. Wolseley wrote back, I'm sorry that you had to feel that you had to lie to me over and over again, but one lie or 100 lies, it's all the same, really. You need to forgive yourself. The young woman followed up with another text asking the 38-year-old mom of 2 why she chose to stay and raise children with a guy who had sex with me as a kid. She responded saying, I'm sorry that you feel abandoned in all this. I tried to be there for you, but it was a bit hard to deal with my own grief and anger while also helping you with yours. I failed you in that. I know. I'm truly sorry for that. The teachers were arrested the next day.
Damn.
So
2 teachers. God.
Yeah, I know. Just walking right into that. Yeah, that's a really tough spot. Part of me feels bad for the wife. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's what a terrible predicament to be caught up in. Here's someone that you love, you have children with, you're making this life together on a couple teacher salaries, and all of a sudden your idiot husband starts banging this little girl, and now you're in the position of like, do I chuck my whole family life because he's fucked if this comes out, or do I try to make this girl shut her mouth, just shut up, hope they stop it.
Didn't happen.
And yeah,
why did she? As I tend to have
did
issues
you gap
listening,
on this? Did you gap?
Why did she finally come now? The deal? Why did
she went to the police?
But why?
I don't know.
That was what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Why isn't you said she's an adult? How old is she now?
She's 18 now.
Why is now all this on?
I don't know, to ruin someone's life. I don't know.
No offense. She says she's sorry or this or that, but it's like, dude, at this point.
No, that was a setup, dude.
Okay, that was a setup to get her into. Okay,
to with the cops there
to get her. I get.
She was fishing for her to acknowledge that she knew about this, and she basically, walked right into it.
It just seems like why.
You all caught up now?
Yes, I'm caught up.
You knew what was going on, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think
I didn't know if I explained it.
No, I think everybody except him did. Everybody.
Yeah. And I don't.
I mean everybody.
Got that?
Except him.
Yeah. So even fellow listeners that are on the spectrum probably follow along, no problem. That's good. Yeah, I don't want to put you in that position, being the only married guy in the room. Seriously, I don't want to go, oh, what would you do, or what would Gab do?
Problem is, we're not.
Yeah, I can't ask.
I'd turn her in if she was doing something.
Would you?
Yes.
Yeah.
We've been through this.
It's not murder, though. It's not murder.
You did only say murder, and
I'd turn her in. I would.
You're a monster.
I'm not a monster.
Gab, would you turn Jay in?
She'd be the monster that's, banging some 15-year-old.
What if she just knew about someone that was banging a 15-year-old, and she went, Jay, I don't know what to do. I've got this information. Now you were saddled with the information. Are you turning people in?
Yes, if I'm turning her in, why wouldn't I turn someone else tangentially related to us in?
Gab, would you turn Jay in?
Probably not.
I think she would on that one. On that one. I think she would. I think murder would not be as big of a deal to her as you banging some 15-year-old.
I think you're right, dude. I think you're right.
No, because I
think she could look the other way if Jay killed you.
She said she would.
Like if Jay killed you, and I promise not to say anything about it, I think Gab could look the other way. But if you start banging a 15-year-old, I think she totally
because of the long-term life consequences of this 15-year-old.
Exactly. The difference is like
one and done.
What's this going to help? Right? That's your argument in this whole thing.
But
like,
it can help.
What's this going to help? The victim's dead. He's gone.
Yeah. Not bringing it back.
Yeah. But in this instance,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, don't bang any 15-year-olds then. I mean, that's pretty clear.
I promise I won't.
I mean, he can't make that same promise, but Jay, you can make that promise.
Yes,
Please make it.
I'm on it.
I can make that promise.
Hey, backed by popular demand and extended through October, Zott Ford is conducting its amazing Key for Key event. Right now, you can exchange your current vehicle for a brand new 2016 Ford without spending a dime out of your pocket. Also, they may be able to match or lower your monthly payments. Zott Ford will assist you in terminating the remainder of your loan or lease, no matter what you owe. Plus, Zott Ford will make your first month's payment. Hurry, when October ends, so does Key for Key, for real.
We got a guy flying a drone around, and
God, these things are getting more prevalent, man.
And they're only going to get worse as prices come down on them. This guy shot down his neighbor's drone.
Doesn't surprise me, man.
Doesn't surprise me either. Shot it right out of the sky after his wife said it made her feel like she was being watched while out in her garden. Aaron Hernandez, which is weird. I thought he was in jail still.
Wow.
I mean,
he have his hands on more weapons.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's got the one murder that he's been convicted of. And then he's got the murder.
Now this.
Yeah. What is it? The double murder hanging over him in Boston somewhere?
Now the murder of a drone.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's weird. Aaron Hernandez was flying his $1,200 drone with camera attached to his father's home in Louisiana when Derek Vidrine started firing at it. Vidrine, who had his gun with him as he was hunting squirrels on his property. I like this guy. He disabled the drone with his first shot, leaving it just hovering in the sky. That's all he could do with it, was just hover. And as Hernandez ran around to say he would not fly the aircraft again, his neighbor blasted it out of the sky with a second bullet.
I'll bet you before he blasted, he gave a couple, go on now, get! Go on now, get!
You think so?
Yeah.
The incident frightened the pilot's 7-year-old niece who was flying the drone with him at the time. He called the sheriff's office like a week ago to complain that the drone had been flying over his land for months. His wife said the unmanned aircraft has been flying just 20 feet above her as she rode her horse, and she told her neighbor to stop it. The sheriffs asked Hernandez to stop flying it over the property that he didn't own, but Vidrine said he continued to do so. So he shot it. He said he flies the drone at least. Yesterday he did it again. It's squirrel season. It was right there. I shot it. That's where we're at.
That's where we're at.
That's where we're at. Hernandez said he flies the drone at least 200 feet high and uses it to take aerial photos of the local area. He beams pictures from his drone to his iPhone, which he can watch live or save for later. He claimed he takes the images to give to his neighbors. And God damn it. And that it was too high to take pictures of people. She said that he used it to film a birthday party. He was like 20 feet over the slide, though. So he's right there. He's, I don't know. So I have a feeling this guy sounds kind of creepy to me.
Does sound creepy, and I bet this is going on all the time. And as you say, more and more, it's going to be happening. Those things are cheap as shit.
Yeah, a couple $100, not even.
And you can totally just kind of, just head over 10 feet that way, and sure enough, you're looking in your neighbor's window.
Jay, those good ones you can give coordinates to.
Yeah,
you can go here and just send it.
Yeah,
and it'll record and go and hover where you want.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Did I tell you, I've got a friend who does a lot of paddle boarding and surfing when he's in California, Florida and shit. And he has a thing, he ordered it. He doesn't have it yet, but it's a thing where he has like a transponder on him. And then it's like, you just let it go and it just flings up above you and it just settles in like 10, 15 feet above you. And it just follows you around and records. So instead of having to clip it to your surfboard, clip it to you on like a chest or head, it just goes above you and gets everything you're doing.
That's awesome.
Badass.
And you can set it to do all kinds of shit too. You can be like, this time I want you to pan out in front of me. This time I want you to be to my right side. This time to my left side.
Wow. That's really cool if you're going surfing or skiing.
Yeah. And then you just push a certain button, hold out your hand, and here it comes down to you.
Wow.
It's going to totally change like extreme sports filming. You know what I mean? Like, you right now, a snowboarder goes in the air and does a ridiculous trick. You have to be like 100 feet away, right? Because you don't want him to hit you or be seeing you at all.
Yeah.
Now they'll just be like a robot and you'll see like exactly what he's doing right there.
That's very cool. How would you feel if you're in your backyard and you saw one of these hovering around?
Right? I'd do what my man did.
Yeah. Take it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I that would be creepy, man. If you've got your wife in the backyard or something and she comes to you and is like, dude, this guy's
you might give him one chance. Like, must I don't know, took a wrong turn or something.
Yeah.
But if it keeps happening,
when you feel, what I think is, I think we need to see what this wife looks like. Because if she's gross, I'm on Team Hernandez. Yeah. If it's like, dude, I'm taking aerials and look what.
Trust me, I'm not looking down here.
I wish she would go inside while I'm taking my aerials, to be honest with you. But if she's even remotely hot at all,
we have one?
I don't know.
We don't have one. There's several Derek Vidrines in Louisiana.
You want to see if there's a Facebook or something?
Yeah.
All I know is if Kadog was here, maybe
we'd have nudes of the wife. Yeah, for sure.
Did he ever get those nudes for that last bitch we were talking about?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
totally did.
I didn't see those.
Watch those off the air. It was awesome.
You don't listen to the show, McCard.
Yeah.
Talked about that one for an hour.
That is true.
This son of a bitch doesn't listen to our show. Has that been covered before?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
He legit
hates
doesn't listen to the show.
I don't hate the show. I'm just busy. What do you want from me? Jay, do you listen to the show?
No. I do every
But
one of
he
them.
does
though.
the show.
Yeah,
I
I wouldn't expect you to listen to the ones you're on.
I started learning French in the car on the way to work.
You son of a bitch.
Oh,
It's
of
important.
all languages, why would you want to learn that one?
Because the company I work for is from
oh,
France.
whatever. Fuck that.
Yeah. This is America. You live in America.
Learn to speak me some French in America.
So if you were a mom, Jay,
Okay.
if you obviously you're
I'd
not,
have a vagina and I'd play with it all day long.
I would too. If I had a
Boobies,
vagina,
oh my God. Boobies
live
in my
on 'em.
hands all day long. I'd be a major masturbator.
Well,
But go.
we got a 24-year-old mother
Okay.
arrested in Florida this past weekend after just beating the shit out of her kid. That happens. The kid was angry with her.
What do?
He flushed like $720 down the toilet.
Oh, that
Ooh,
fucking
on
kid.
purpose?
Her rent money.
That's what you get.
Purposely flushed 720.
Mom refused to watch a movie with him.
What a dick.
And so he was like, oh, yeah, you don't want to watch the Minions? Fine, fuck you too. And he went, took $720, flushed it down the toilet. And she was like, you little son of a bitch.
Deserving so.
Honestly, dude, when I read it, I was like, oh, he deserves a sound beating.
He does for being stupid. What kind of reasoning is that? You won't watch a movie, so here goes 720?
Yeah, she probably had a rent on the dresser.
Steal the 720. I'd respect you more, my man.
Yeah. I don't know how old he is. The kid. There were roommates there. And they said they didn't see what happened, but they heard Whipple disciplining the kid. That's the mom's name is Whipple.
You're kidding.
No, I wouldn't joke about that, Paul. They're just they hear her beating the shit out of this kid. One of the roommates said she heard multiple slapping sounds. The kid was crying, but another roommate said he heard a couple of smacks and Whipple saying, "I wish I never had you."
Ooh.
Which is a good line. I like that line.
Solid.
That's a solid. That's an age-old go-to.
It's kind of the howitzer, you know? That's the big gun. You take it out and
yeah,
just obliterate.
But
That's like Oon setting a guy up on a telephone pole in anti-aircraft.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. I wish I never had you.
I don't think I ever reached the level of I wish I never had you.
Yeah, and you pissed off your parents
Oh,
bad too.
Yeah.
I mean, chronically.
Did you ever get I wish I never had you?
No, I don't think I ever got to that.
I don't think I have.
Oh, they say it under their breath.
Yeah, under their breath.
Behind my back, maybe. But
That's the wife?
I think so.
This is the
Yeah,
drone
guy's
wife.
guilty as shit. He
Yeah.
was definitely dogging her.
Yep.
I mean, she's not a 10, but she's hot enough that he's
yeah.
guilty.
If
He's
this
guilty.
is the same person, you're right.
It's really hard to say if it is though. Just so there's a ton of this last name,
That surprises me, man.
but not
It's
the first name.
Vidrine.
But that's the way they spell Derek in the story. And that's
Please
the
don't
same
have that
person.
going over the air. If you can, take that.
I've never seen that.
Okay.
Never seen that last name.
No, I haven't either.
God, I hate people so
Yeah, I'm not crazy about the spacing between her eyes.
No, she's not perfect by any means, but
Um,
she's dronable.
She's definitely dronable. If she's one of these that likes to roam in the backyard in a bikini or something.
Oh yeah.
Or on a horseback, if that rack is getting a good bounce to it on a horse.
Equine?
Yeah.
Dude, she's got some muscles in that arm going. She's got some definition in those arms.
A little ripped in here. What muscles
Can we get
are
a
these,
more
Jay?
full? Can we get a more full?
Yeah, can you get a vagine or ass shot for us, please?
They don't put those on Facebook, Mike.
Oh.
She's got to have some from like down in Mexico or something.
What are those muscles, by the way?
Her
Yeah, there she is
forearm?
on her horse, dude.
On
This is her.
equine. She's a top an equine. Look at that.
Oh, she's kissing a chick in that one.
I'll be damned.
Look
I think
at that.
Might be your mom on her wedding day. I don't know.
Oh, why would you kiss your mom on the lips on your wedding day?
It
Gross.
wasn't on the lips. It was on the cheek.
It looked like lips. I wouldn't want to
There's
fucking
your
drone
dudes.
that dude. Yeah. Dude kind of looks like a badass.
Kind of looks like the type of guy who would shoot a drone.
He sure does. Oh, there's a beach shot. Thought I saw beach.
She's not in a fucking.
I know. She's not a bikini. I don't like it.
Was he wearing gingham? Uh-oh. Hold on. Stop.
Uh-oh.
Are we concerned at all?
I was gonna let it go. I
No.
think it's still dronable.
It's still dronable, but
That's
I have a little bit of a concern.
You worried about the hip to waist ratio?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew it.
The hip to waist ratio is troubling me. The upper thigh is troubling me.
Looking good, couple.
Am I wrong? Why are they trying to match, by the way? Two people wearing turquoise. That is not a coincidence.
No, you can't pull off double turquoise as a couple.
And plus,
Kidding me?
they're just a little bit off. One's coral and one's turquoise.
And her hat's off.
No,
of
one
her
is not
shorts.
coral. Coral's like orange, right?
Yeah.
No, they're off just a
tealy.
little bit.
They're in
one's
teal.
teal, one's I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's a greenish blue versus a teal. It's not a solid look. See if you can find at least a bikini shot in there.
I don't think you're gonna.
I
like
went.
what you
I went
see.
through all of them. There was no bikini
Frankly,
shots.
Mike, I think it's better this way. I
Yeah.
don't think you want to see it.
But I think we all agree, show of hands, still dronable? Dronable, right? Okay.
Also, it was going out over the air for a second, so I'm sorry.
It's all right. Don't let it happen again.
Okay.
I keep forgetting that K-Dog's not here.
I know.
I just
Yeah, that would be like no brainer to Kadog.
Yeah. Where were we? We were on the rent money.
I don't know.
They beating the shit out of the kid. They've taken the kid. I wish I never had you, lady.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Which apparently no one in the room. I'm so shocked
No.
at that. It's some of the behavior I'm aware of from this group. I'm shocked
I
that
know.
nobody's gotten a. I wish I never had you.
Trust
He
me,
he
I
just
get
hasn't
it.
heard it.
I know.
Like audibly pick that up.
Oh,
It's-
I've
it's been
accepted that-
muttered and uttered.
I'm just
many
saying I
times in the
haven't
Fade
heard it.
AM.
All I said is I haven't heard it. That's all
behind
I
closed
said.
doors. They try to keep it behind closed doors.
Yeah, for my benefit.
Yeah.
God, I got a couple good stories. I don't know. Do you want to hear about the MMA fighter before we get to email?
I will say this about the individuals at the Fady Manor, however.
I have not seen your Nana this happy in years.
Agreed. Agreed. That goes without saying.
What do we do with that drop when well the unfortunate happens?
It will still apply.
The unfortunate as he laughs about
As
it.
you're rolling her up in a piece of carpet and putting her out at the front
Are
of the
you
driveway.
The carcass? Is that what you're referring to?
He is. Of course he is. As he's rolling her up in the carpet to put
Yeah.
at the edge of the driveway, that drop will still apply.
Well, see ya, Nana.
I have not seen your Nana this happy in years.
That's probably it. Actually, might be true then.
Oh, that's sad.
Do you want to see the MMA fighter? Or you want to talk about the Penguins?
The MMA fighter, I think, is more. I think more people will have heard of that, so maybe we better hit that and give our 2 cents.
Okay. Daniel Cooper, Travis Wolford.
Daniel Pooper.
Well, Cooper put Trav in a guillotine hold.
Yes,
And then
familiar
start
with it. My asshole cousins who were wrestlers used to do that shit to me all the time. I hated
Yeah.
it. Fuckers, they're from out your part. Mick's laughing because he knows wrestlers. He knows assholes from Milford who wrestle.
It's a good time.
Just
when
a bunch
people
of
don't know how to
fucking
deal with it.
farm boys.
You can hold them down,
Assholes.
and they're like, "Let me up," and you're
It's
like,
stupid, dude. Not no offense. I had friends that would do it at Burley's house all the time, and I'd be like, dude, this is dumb.
Used to drive me nuts. I've talked about it before. Like,
Yeah.
dude, just get off me. Just stop.
I'm
Okay,
not,
I just
I
want to
get
watch
it.
the game.
You won. You're a better man than me. Whatever. You're
Well,
an alpha male.
The best part is Brian is like half the size
Yeah,
of Jay.
he's
at
a
best.
wee little man. He's just a little
He's
bry
just a little
guy.
dude.
He's just a little guy,
And he
then
just
can pummel me.
whip all of our asses.
Well, it's a lot of what is it? A lot of technique and a lot of.
Yes, very much so.
Well, this guy used some technique, guillotine chokehold, which Wolford immediately tapped out of, but not in time before he shit his pants.
Oh,
yeah. Have you seen this?
I think I've seen.
I've not seen the video.
Is this old?
Oh no!
Oh, did
it's
you
already
see that?
happened. It's already happened.
Yeah, the guy laying down there.
Do you think that played any part in him giving up?
Yeah.
Oh my God! It's just falling out. It's just
Oh,
falling
man.
out.
Everyone's like, yeah. Getting
Oh
out of
boy!
here.
The ref comes over. What the fuck is that shit?
Clear out, man.
Yeah.
Look at all the crowd standing up. Oh, man.
So
that's
Mike, did he beat the shit out of him? That is definitely fecus.
Yeah.
No- Oh, they zoom in. God.
There's actual chunks in
That
there.
is substantial fecus. That's not just like drips.
Yeah.
There's substance to that.
Oh, dude. You had to tap
You
out.
talk
and
about
you
a
shit
walk
yourself.
of shame as he's going through the crowd. He's just trying to get to the locker room. Wow, what a walk
Oh,
of
it's
shame.
down his legs. Oh, that poor son of a bitch.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah.
"It's shitty."
Oh, God.
And then
Real crappy. Crappy
these,
way to lose.
there's some dude doing these tests on some penguins.
Penguins?
Yeah, where they're trying to figure out if penguins smell, like if they can.
They have a working olfactory system.
Yeah, like how well it works, and whether or not, like, because they'll go out great distances and then come back and find the one chick who looks just identical to every other
How are
chick.
they doing that?
Yeah, so they're like, is there some scent? What is it? And so they were taking sticks and dipping them in the sand, and then in feathers, and then in other penguin shit. And then they're waiting for the penguins to fall asleep on the beach, and they're just sitting there snoring. And then they just take a stick and they just waft it right in front of their beaks. And the penguins are like, oh, Jesus Christ, man.
Proves it.
And they're woken up immediately because the stench is so great. I guess penguin shit is brutal.
Look at those sons of bitches, huh? Majestic beasts.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of isn't that what's the that's like a dirty Sanchez.
It is a dirty Sanchez. That's exactly it.
Isn't that a dirty Sanchez?
By definition. Well, it's not up their ass. So.
Look at him.
Doesn't a dirty Sanchez technically have to be up its ass and then in front of its nose? Come on, penguin.
What is that?
Come around.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
That stinks. Man, that stinks. What is that? It stinks like me.
Poor penguin.
Very scientific.
Man. Dick move, man. Dick move.
They were trying to figure out and understand whether the penguins could smell the aroma themselves. Dr. Greg Cunningham covered sticks in the sand, and then he'd creep up behind the sleeping penguins, tuck the stick under their noses, and waited for their reaction. They found that the birds reacted far more quickly to the shit than they did to the sand.
Okay.
Which kind of makes sense, right?
One's quite a bit more pungent, I would say.
Oh, man. You again. Get out of my face. I'm trying to nap.
What do we got for emails?
We do have some email.
What do we got?
Jim writes in. King, cult leader, and cellar dweller. In England and Ireland, the C word is an extremely unpleasant or objectionable man. But if you say hiney, that is taboo. It refers to what we would consider the C word.
Hiney?
Everything is backward in the UK.
That doesn't make sense.
Hiney, Hiney, Hiney. We got to remember that one then. Next time we call the UK.
Yeah.
Listen, you hiney.
Ooh, that does sound bad.
Yeah.
When you say it
I don't
like
like
that.
the ring that has.
Listen, you hiney.
Yeah. I remember when Derek was living in San Diego and playing rugby. He was playing Australian rules football with those dudes.
Fingers have never looked the same.
Yeah, they're all fucked up now. But those guys, every word, they were all from Australia and England, and every one of them, it was just like, you fucking cunt. Everything and everyone was a cunt. Constant. You'd go to the bar after the game and it was just a chorus of, the fucking cunt. He doesn't know how to block. Fuck him. He's a cunt. Constant. It was awesome. Nobody was offended by it. It was just like a term of endearment that they used for each other.
Do you have any, now that we're a day out of the call to Roger, any remorse at all for exercising an 82-year-old manner that you did?
It's not my proudest moment. I'm glad that he admitted he was at fault as well and apologized.
You know, I don't really have any problem with where you went with it. It's E.
Yeah.
E's behavior.
What's wrong? What happened?
Dude, dick move, man.
Why?
You don't have any family anyways. What do you care?
It's true.
God, read the room, man.
Yeah, dude, there was something in that call, that third call to him, where there was a level of desperation, like, I'm an old man, just leave me alone. And it was like, oh God. That was killing me.
But dipshit, blame it on his autism, whatever it is.
Yeah.
He was unable to read that. And he just plowed forward with blinders.
You don't even have a family left. What are you even eating?
I maybe the family part, but the eating I don't regret.
Bob writes in, Majesty, Travesty, Fuckmouth, and Ramon. I too use the mahogany line of greeting cards for my wife. My favorite is the "To My Beautiful African Queen" birthday card. Her father still laughs his ass off years later every time I give her a card. There's great disappointment when a normal white bread card is given.
Yeah.
Have also been using the Amazon link to purchase sweet new video equipment. Good day and goodbye. Thank you, Bob.
Nice.
Thanks for using that Amazon link.
Very cool.
Was I Ramon?
You know, Ramon is, if you listen to the show, you'd understand that's Kadog. That's a reference to Kadog.
Oh,
Because
okay.
he was Ramon
In
in
Spunky
in
Airlines.
Spunky Air.
Gotcha. Okay.
Is that, wait, that's not what it was called. That was
Yeah, was it Spunky?
Spunky Airlines.
Was that the name of the show?
No, the show was not Cloud9.
Yeah. But Spunky Air was definitely
was where he worked.
Correct. That's
People are going to have
Ramon.
a new name for him soon.
Emerson.
Emerson. Hi, Emerson. Say cheese.
Say cheese, Emerson. Tim R writes in to King J, Proops Mike, Etardo, Mickey McCardo, and Gay Dog. Whew, that's a good one. First, I'm happy to be part of the email segment today. Thanks for having me. I'm doing well to medium well on this Wednesday's evening, for it may be the last email I send you guys. The end of the world should happen anytime now, so I just want to tell you, great job over the years, and thanks for the memories.
We got 40 minutes still.
Hopefully, we lived our lives as full as possible, and may we perish with mounds of mylar and teddy bears. Just in case the fucking idiots are wrong about the end, I have ordered a decast sweatshirt to represent during our fall and winter months, and continue to use the Amazon link. Also, stop complaining about having bad shows. The worst bad episode you put out is 10 times better than what's on shitty radio, so keep it up. You could talk about taking a green shit for hours, and we'd all still listen, because decast listeners are hardcore and for life, bitches. Well, when I say life, I mean only for today, because it's the end of the world and all.
Yeah.
See you later, alligators. Thoughts and prayers to all. Tim
After
R.
a while, crocodile.
After a while. Yep.
After a while.
No, it's nice. Tim mentioned merchandise. Hey, don't forget, you know,
yeah,
pick up some decast merchandise on our website, thetraycast.com.
Get your girl a tank top. Buy yourself a mug. Get yourself a nice sweatshirt going into the chill season.
They're nice white tank tops, so they're good for wet t-shirts.
Oh, absolutely.
So just put her in there, nothing underneath it, and pour a bunch of water on her. You'll love it.
Snap a picture, send it to email@detroitcast.com. Boom, you're done.
There.
Perfect.
Completes the circle.
Yep.
Brian writes
If it's
in,
not coming through as well with the decast logo on the front, flip the shirt around. It's all white on the back, no bra underneath. Bang, splash it with the water. Quick photo, send.
Email at
Detroitcast.
Circle completed.
Yeah.
Dudes, says Brian, love the show. I've been listening fairly regularly since July. In between Walter's
fairly regularly.
In between Walter's calling in sick due to the sniffles. One thing that has become quite very evident is that Walters needs a life. Here and there, Mike shows just how sheltered he truly is. Big E, although does deserve shit for his antics and pathetic life, Walters should receive more shit about his so-called, quote, life. Mike should pack up 2 pair of undies and hit the road. Yes, Three Rivers is a town in Michigan. Battle Creek is local, quote unquote. There's a whole world outside Franklin, Michigan. Come on, Walters, live a little. Get a freaking life and get off the couch. Bye, BUI for now.
I knew Three Rivers was in Michigan.
I don't even know that was referring. I didn't remember you.
It's the lotto chick.
No, I know that. I didn't remember you referring to not knowing that it was Michigan.
I feel like you did that yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Might have mentioned
Well, there was question whether or not she was going to be from, because it's a border with Indiana. It's like a border town.
Oh,
and so
okay.
when they announced that she was from Three Rivers, I think it was asked like, "Oh, is that Michigan?" And yeah, it is Michigan. But I don't remember
Gotcha.
how that went. But maybe I said it, and I don't know.
got to get out of front.
I've never been there.
This snobby town, Mike, is keeping you down.
Again with
Village,
the
you
snobby
mean?
town.
Yeah, the
Not really-
village.
not really
Sorry.
a town.
not a
Do I
town.
strike you as snobby?
Oh,
Really? That's not good.
it's tough to deal with. JMS writes in, Chaz, cult leader and the 36-year-old hermaphrodite. Quick clarification. You guys were talking about the Fab Five, and Chaz spouted out, remember Notre Dame had something similar a few years ago with Jimmy Clausen. What in the hell are you talking about, Chaz? Jimmy Clausen played football and bombed. Notre Dame never had a class of basketball players anywhere near the Fab Five. Come on, Chaz. I know it's been tough becoming a man, but step one is knowing your sports along with growing the beard, etc. Thanks for all the free fellas. Love the show. Good day. I said good day.
He's right, sort of. My point was not that they were the Fab Five type thing. When Jimmy Clausen came in,
You recognize that Jimmy Clausen was a quarterback for Notre Dame. when you said
absolutely, yeah. Of course, he plays in the pros now. But Jimmy Clausen,
that.
when
For
he
the Bears, is it?
yes, I believe he's a backup for the Bears still. He played this year, didn't he? When what's his name got hurt? Cutler. Anyway, when Jimmy Clausen came in as an incoming freshman at Notre Dame, you know they do those like All-America games. I don't know if it's the Army
Yeah.
East-West
Under
game.
Armour stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and then throughout the game, they show the kids with their 5 hats down to the last few schools, and they're, I'm going to Michigan, and they pick up the Michigan hat and put it on. All that shit. Well, Jimmy Clausen, during that game when he was an incoming freshman, there were 4 other kids, so there were 5 of them that were coming in together that were all like the tops in their position, and it was like, oh, this is going to be like the Fab Five. They were comparing them to the kind of the Fab Five, and my point wasn't that they ended up fulfilling that dream, but how hard it is to actually, it takes more than just 5 sweet players coming in as freshmen. It's really remarkable what the Fab Five did, but I think I was trying to say, like, why haven't more people done that? Notre Dame sounded like tried to do that, or almost, that was the thought, was like, oh, could this be a dynasty in the making at with 5 incoming badass freshmen that grow to be this amazing team? It never worked at Notre Dame, but
wasn't Kentucky basketball really the closest thing over the last few years?
Yeah,
their
maybe
incoming classes. But
yeah,
like I said, watch the Spartans, man. They get one more, and you could have that situation.
That was my point, though. I probably didn't explain that all that well, but yeah, no, I know Jimmy Clausen didn't have a killer career at Notre Dame.
What'd you find, E? I saw you jumped to the Google machine as soon as Mike asked that question.
He was a Chicago Bear. He's right. That's all. Okay. I didn't look to see if he played. I don't really care.
Was he at Carolina before that?
He sure was, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, look at McCard right on it.
I was reading the same Wikipedia article.
Brad writes in, we also got on the Hubert train for a short stint at Michigan State, primarily due to the cost.
At Michigan State, they had Hubert?
You are right. It was about $4.99 a case, including the 10-cent deposit per bottle. A buddy of mine bought about 5 cases of it, and we choked it down over the course of a few weekends. After about the 2nd case, we decided that there was no way it was pronounced Hubert, which makes it sound like a nice imported brew. That's, of course, what we were joking about.
Yeah.
It has to be pronounced
Huber.
Huber. The stuff tasted like pure ass, and carnage that it inflicted on your colon the next morning was quite troublesome. Regards, Brad. Yeah,
it was brutal.
It's so bad.
Honestly, I can't think of a beverage that tasted worse than Hubert.
It was.
I mean, that's something that's supposed to be palatable.
It was the worst. It was the worst beer I've ever had. Like multiple bottles of.
Yeah,
like I've had shit that's just as bad. Where you just fuck, man, you just throw it aside, don't take another sip. But we were just down in cases, just like Brad.
Yeah, and this was in a day that was long before local brewers were on every corner.
Right,
like it was there was Budweiser, Busch Light.
Oh, that's a great point.
And then there was this one weird thing that was like 1/10 the cost of any other beer.
And you're just like Spicoli pulling out lint and quarters from your pocket, going, let's get Hubert.
You maybe had $15 for the weekend.
Yeah.
And it was like you had to get gas to get home. You had to get like a burrito as big as your head from Pancheros, and then you had to get drunk. So it's like, all right, we got $4 to get hammered with.
That was it.
Hubert it is.
Kevin writes in, howdy, King, Thin Man and Big E. God damn it, I need some Thin Man singing White Lion. It's been a really long time. How about a little karaoke session, please? Marcel! I'm just reading that. Later, Kevin the breastfeeder. White Lion, Mike?
No, not tonight.
Oh, God.
We've gone long.
And speaking of going long, we will have to save the rest for tomorrow.
Okay. Do we have anything else to mention? Did we get through everything?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay. Well, let's call it a day there then. Everybody, thank you for hanging out with us. We'll do it again tomorrow for an all-new Friday edition. See you then.
Been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening, and as always, thank you, Detroit. Listen to God, watch you grow.